Unmute those mics here. Hey, morning,
Yo,
everybody.
what's
Happy SaturnDay. And
SaturnDaves.
we are doing a stream. I'm SaturnDave, and it is SaturnDay, and we are doing.
SaturnDaves on
And it's raining
SaturnDaves.
cats and dogs outside. Where I am in San Diego. How is the weather where you are?
It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day in downtown
hate you.
Gilbert, Arizona.
I hate you.
A nice how hot is it today? Nice 67 degrees out. Pretty solid. Not too cold, not too warm, you know. It's a nice day.
Well, thanks for joining me this morning. We don't
a perfect
really
day.
do this. Just a perfect day.
And I'm glad I spent it with you. And I do mean that. I'm glad I spent my perfect day with you, Dave. I always do.
Yeah, so aside from SHIRO show, which we've been doing for 3 years, you usually stream whenever, like after the show or whatever, and I don't usually have time.
Yeah.
But for folks who don't know, my wife and son are in Cooperstown doing like the Baseball Hall of Fame and doing New York and stuff like that, and to totally dox them, but you can go find them in New York somewhere.
Find them and somehow
hunt them down in the Big Apple.
Look like.
And then yeah, so then I'm on like home daddy duty with my 5-year-old, she's watching Ben 10 right now, and she's content because she has pancakes and
show.
Fruit, and I don't know. I've never watched it, but I looked at it and I was like, okay, so it's got like a bunch of creepy looking aliens in it and stuff. And no, yeah, she's all about it right now.
All about that.
She's multitasking though, because she's got like a Pokemon, like one of those thick Pokemon guides, and she's like looking through evolution. She's like, Daddy, what does this evolve into? You know, quizzing me. And then she's watching Ben 10. I'm like, how can you do both of those things at once?
Just keep telling her fake ones. Like, just tell her Digimon ones. It'd be funny.
Digimon, yeah. Oh, I tried to get my son into Digimon. I was like, it's really good. You just have to give it a shot. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't know.
The trick is that you should a Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher. Now there's a throwback. Okay,
that was a good game. I like that one.
We're doing some Puyo, right?
Yeah, I think
okay,
so.
Give me a shot. Go ahead and try to hit challenge and so that we can see if I can even get a connection going. Because like an idiot, I forgot to. So okay, you're doing it now.
Your IP address is right there on the bottom. Nice.
Oh, yay!
Right there. Enjoy doxing Dave, people.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, anyway, I'm waiting for the call.
Yep, it's calling right now.
Yeah, all 14 of the people are gonna go after you, Dave.
That's
honestly,
right.
No one's gonna.
And everybody watching the VOD afterwards.
Pat, you drink
That's
coffee.
why I wanted to do
not.
a trial run. That's why I wanted to do a trial run before the stream so that I could see like placement.
Oh, it's all Gucci.
Waiting for a call. Answering phone.
There we go. See, it's working.
Answering phone.
You can edit it out of the VOD.
Yeah, I'll have
You
to.
can edit.
I'll have to, or just to have them change my IP.
Timestamp.
Ask for a new lease. CD's nuts in yo mouth, bitch.
the best taunt
Nice
of
taunt.
all time.
I did not even put in a taunt, so yeah, that's pretty good. Hold on.
I had to be
I
vulgar.
can't. You do. All right. Let's do this. So yeah, let me acknowledge the folks in the chat. We got Trevo, we've got Alex 13 Mod, we got Moose Tracks, David Zaney,
Oh shit, that's loud.
we got Akmal or Pubbers, we got Con Artist, who's actually here as a mod with us. Hey Chrono.
He's vibing.
This was his idea, which is a good idea. We have Lee Benson, Trevo. Oh, I said Trevo. Agnostic X, Moose Tracks is here. Neil Henderson, and I just got my character picked for me because I was
gonna say, Dave's gonna be the white dude. With
you
the
know
sword.
what? Chrono can read the comments for us.
I'm gonna read the comments for you guys.
You can read the comments, and then we'll just let's go middle. Let's just go like straight down the middle, right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Okay, so fun fact: I have no idea how to fucking play Puyo.
Okay. Well,
So
now I have to
you
put aggressive
match-
language on us.
Match 4 blobs together of the same color.
Sweet. I'll try that.
It's Dr. Mario.
It's not Dr. Mario. It's
Dr.
Puyo.
Mario.
It's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
There you go.
I'm a mean bean machine.
If you chain links together, you can attack Dave.
Nice.
Yeah, I
working
know.
on that.
I just have to. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm gonna have to like get used to it.
Oops, I messed that one up.
Yeah, fun fact, my wife is all about this game. Like, I got her, like, when we were in college, I got her one of those really janky Genesis. It's something we would all frown on nowadays, but it was one of those battery-powered things that, like, just plugs into your TV via composite, right? But she loved that thing, and she would play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, like, in my college dorm, you know? And she got so good at it.
The Mean Machine.
Yeah.
Kamal's asking about the latency, if you guys are experiencing any.
Nope.
What you see on the stream is what we see, basically.
So you're seeing what we see.
Yeah, and I would argue that it's better on our end because the stream, you're dealing with like whatever latency of Discord and whatnot, but like with us, it's just perfect. Like chef's kiss to Joe, Sega RPG fan, for like making this work as good as it does. Pat and I, we were there from the beginning. Like we knew how. I could tell you how janky this was at the beginning over VoIP. So, yeah, no, this is it's so much better. And Pat is somehow owning me, even though he quote unquote doesn't know how to play this game.
It's been a hot minute.
I think he just knows how to play games. You know, I'm just an old man when it comes to video games. But actually, I played a ton of Persona 5 last night. And
he's a better gamer than I am.
I'm doing very, very well on it now that I started my game over. Like I'm at a much higher level with a ton more, with much better personas, and I'm only like 10 hours in versus my 40-hour play that I had to restart because I was just like, I'm doing this all wrong. Sometimes restarting is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like have you ever had that happen to, sometimes I wish I could just pause, but you can't pause an online game. Have you ever had it happen to you where you're like working in Photoshop or you're working on some kind of project on your computer and you didn't save and then you lose everything and you just cry, you're just like, no, God. And then you have to start over. You have to start over, but what you do after that is almost better because it like forces you to like rethink about the whole thing. And you come at it from...
You can redo stuff that you thought that you sort of like, okay, well, I'm just gonna give up on doing this way and just try it another way.
Right, but then like losing everything forces you to kind of like restart the project, and it get like that's happened to me several times. It's a stupid mistake to make as a graphic artist, you know, not saving your work. But
this is going way too fast for me.
It is going really fast. Let's choose the easy mode if we can next time. Well, no, it'll go slower. It'll go slower. Which one's slower? Can you guys read?
Well, let's do the middle one again. That's fine.
The top. Let's do the top. Let's do the top. Let's do the top.
Right.
Let's just see. We'll try it and see what happens.
We'll try it by process of elimination.
Process of Chrono's falling behind on the comments here.
No, we're good. Neil Henderson's saying he's so cool to see people playing Saturn in 2024, almost 30 years after this system is debuted.
Yeah, and if you want to know the story about like all behind it, check out our podcast. Joe, we had Joe on for an interview, and he he told us all about like his early exploits, driving over to his friend's house with a second copy of the game and a NetPlay.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's, like he really wanted it badly. And I'm just glad that that's what it takes in order for these projects to happen. Natsuki was asking me what's the possibility of this working with an emulator. It really just takes somebody who's passionate enough to put it in the time and do it. Like you can't give up when things get tough, because like the VoIP days, it was rough. It was really rough, and we could have just Joe could have just said, okay, well, this is it. This is as good as it gets.
I think that was actually the hard mode. We'll try the bottom one. I picked the bottom.
Oh crap, you picked the bottom.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was the hard mode.
Okay, that was, oh god. Okay, I made mistakes were made.
Yes, they were.
I guess. Oh,
so
Lord.
You chose hard mode?
Yeah, I chose wiener in the butt mode.
Wiener in the butt mode.
Dan says, yeah, you just chose master, Pat.
You didn't listen tonight.
I guess I'm the master now, baby. Pokemon master. It's my destiny.
We're so used to playing this on VoIP that the bottom mode was the fastest way to play, and like it was still slow as molasses.
Oh, it was the fastest way to play because VoIP was so slow. Yeah. Speaking of, so Knight, where is your? Are you still working past submission date? Like, I mean, past the deadline? Have you still been working on the Chronos thing? Like,
I mean, I haven't touched that since the contest. I've got way too much
You've got
stuff
too much
going
stuff.
on.
This is true. This is true. You're also trying to ship out those things and everything like that.
Links,
No,
so yeah,
I totally
doing right now with the time I have.
Yeah. Well, no, that makes sense, and I'm sorry for asking, but
I screwed up. Oh gosh, no, I'm dead.
Well,
I
Knight,
messed up.
how many sets have you gotten out to SHIRO's?
We've got the first 10 out. I got
The first 10 out.
Another 10 right now, yeah.
have folks started like getting set up with those, like in any significant way?
Dragons of Saturn is up and running from
Really?
Canada.
After all those difficulties, he got up and running?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Excellent.
he had some matches with some people already.
Oh, well, kudos onto that. I knew he was having, he had some kind of interesting modem and internet situation, but I'm glad that we got that worked out. I will
blame
say,
Dave for this.
some folks, I have noticed that some folks, depending on their situation with their ISP, they might just have to always be dialed, you know, because sometimes, or which one is it, Knight? Like sometimes you either can't dial out or you can't get hit, so you have to be the one to dial or something like that. I forget what it was, but like
yeah, you
like
can't be the first receiving.
Yeah, so sometimes like when I have matchups with folks, I just have to have them dial me because for some reason I can't hit them. Their ISP won't allow it. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. Would be nice.
Gosh.
The next step I see for this is really
Please let me think for a second. Game, please.
Well, did you pick the hard mode again?
God, I did. No, I picked the hardest master mode.
Don't do that.
I didn't know. I thought it was easy mode. I didn't realize it was gonna be.
The same game.
I didn't realize it's gonna be like this.
You know, this might be the only way that I can beat you, Pat.
You just beat me the first time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I messed that one up.
Coffee break.
Oh my god.
I was asking about this port of Puyo Puyo. Did this come out after Sun? Because I remember there was
this is
Puyo
Sun.
Puyo 2. This is Sun? Okay,
This is
so
Sun
we're probably talking
for
about
Saturn Networks.
like 97 or 98.
Let's go to the top, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
the top one.
Top. Easy. But not
There we
easy
go.
because it still feels fast.
It does.
Why?
Because you
don't-
got that 60 frames per second going.
Okay.
We're too
Yeah, I
good.
guess that's true. Well, we could play some Puzzle Bobble after this, if you want.
I'm actually getting addicted to this. We can do a couple more of these ones.
Don't you wish? I have to say, man, I wish that Twinkle Star Sprites was online.
Oh my god.
that,
would be,
like-
no god.
That would be
All
a
right.
wet dream.
Here we go. Dave's getting his skill level. He's getting his skill in.
But
Is the
seriously, like,
Is the Dreamcast version of Twinkle Star on for matching service or no? Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
kind of makes me want. Whoa! Okay. Okay,
What just
so
happened?
what just happened? What just happened?
Well, I actually wasn't
It is
looking what
raining,
actually
so
happened.
people may not have like heard that or know what's going on, but it is raining really, really badly.
Oh, no.
Where I am, and one of those huge like palm tree fronds just fell down in my driveway, and it was like I thought it was like a dog falling off my roof or something like that. Like it was loud.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
that totally made me lose my concentration.
Zam.
Dang, I'm glad it didn't fall on my car. I honestly, I hate the palm trees here.
We doing top?
Okay, so Dan says top. It says silver. The next one down is kids.
Oh my
Next
gosh.
down
Oh,
is singular. Next
are
is
you for
mania.
real?
Bottom is master.
why the hell would they put kid? Oh my god, silver and kid.
Silver
that
is the
weird.
topmost one, and then
Yeah.
the second one from the top is kids.
Okay, well, I'm choosing kids. Is there a monkey or baby mode? That's what I need.
That's the kids version.
What does silver mean? Like old people?
Yeah,
Silver.
it means you're old as hell.
Oh, that's the term for like old people, silver. But then that would be like the easiest mode.
You would think so.
You would think so. Somebody, what was it? Craig at Game On. He was like, I always thought that you guys were on the same couch together. You know, like
Yeah, that's funny.
So I'm like, I took that as a huge compliment that we were able to have our setup, you know, feel to folks like we're together, you know, even though we're not.
We're together. We're holding hands. Which way
holding
is my hand?
hands across the Ethernet.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll go on kids and see what. Oh yeah, because obviously there's a little kid's face. Now I feel like an idiot. Yeah, there's like an old lady. There's like a kid's face.
Don't worry.
Okay. So this is kids mode.
We're both really stupid.
Watch
Does
me
that mean it's like woman's mode?
Yeah,
that's a bit sexist, isn't it?
That is really...
That's a bit sexist, isn't it?
Well, they're just insulting everybody.
Yeah, they're just. But then again, this was like Japan in the 90s, right?
Do they have a Giga Chad mode? Because I'll have to play that one exclusively.
They had no Fs to give.
No Fs.
Moosetrack's asking if the XBand editions of these games can you play them offline?
Yeah, of course.
Wait.
Can you play the Japanese XBand ones offline? I know you could. There was practice modes in the US versions, but I haven't figured out how to access.
It depends on the game.
Depends on the game. With this one, I want to say short answer no. Like
you can't?
No, it dumps you right into the XBand menu, and there's no way to get out of it except for doing challenge.
I think this one does have single player mode.
How?
Well,
Tell me how.
The problem is you're playing with the patched version that automatically puts you in XBand every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you
okay.
go to the actual game, I think this one does go to a single player mode.
Okay, so for context,
Remix doesn't.
Yeah, for context, I have not played the unpatched version in like forever. So I'm kind of like, I'm not the right person to ask.
Agnostic is saying XBand versions have no single player.
Versions? Because the way Joe made it is that it would dump you right into the XBand menu without being able.
I'm gonna answer this right now. I'm gonna hop on an emulator and load it up.
See?
We'll see.
Okay. Outsourcing the question tonight.
Exactly. That's why we have these people, Dave, to help us out.
I mean, like that's what we did at PRGE. We're like, night. We called. It was like phone a friend, you know.
Yeah.
We can't get this NetLink to. We can't get this phone line simulator to work.
Yeah. That was pretty sick though.
Yeah, that was sick.
Honestly, it's kind of weird saying, but actually maybe uneasy to work with that because of the whole jail diagrams. Just like a guy at jail talking to his kids, like on the phone for an example thing. I'm like, wow, this actually makes me feel really, really bad. God damn you. Was the prison systems.
We have 21 people. SHIRO's watching the show.
Everybody,
I guess
give us a thumbs up.
Smash that plus, that thumbs up button.
Smash that like button, baby.
Smash.
Let's smash.
Yeah, and if folks want to vote on like a next game that we play, you guys can, but keep it to like the NetLink stuff because that's what we're kind of doing here with this setup. Actually, I can't just like scramble and change the setup.
Actually, can Chronoli, can you actually make a poll in the thing?
He's a moderator. Maybe he can. I made him a moderator.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if he can or not.
Oh.
Discord, YouTube kind of sucks, but yeah, let me know if you can.
So I just want to hop in real quick just to say, with the Japanese XBand ones, always try it without the modem inserted first, because for like some of those NetLink games and that, they boot to the XBand modem if they detect the modem. If the modem's not there, they may then boot to a normal mode.
Yeah, and Puyo does have single player mode.
Oh my god.
There we go. That was Trekkies and Knight giving us the info.
Yeah.
Well, because like think about some of your US games like Duke Nukem 3D. If you don't have the modem inserted, it boots to normal Duke Nukem. If you have the modem inserted, it boots up the XBand menu.
Right,
Same
and
with, like,
you also have
NetLink
that
and virtual on NetLink. They all do it that way.
Yeah. You also have after the fact like a practice mode that you can go into with that OS.
Yeah, I think that was a US only thing they had.
Pat just killed me. Man, Pat, you're too good at video games.
Dan and Akmal want the two of you to play Daytona CCE.
Oh my god, I'll vomit, but I not because that's not a commentary on the game. It's like it makes me nauseated, like it gives me motion sickness. But I could try. We could try.
Or we could stick with the puzzle element and go with the puzzle bobble.
Yeah, I definitely want to try some. I want to try some bust a move.
Jinx.
Although, I am not sure.
Oh my god! Damn. All right.
I do have. Are you Pat? Are you still rocking rings, or are you doing the
I went back to the
Pseudo
I went
Kai.
back to the regular one because Pseudo Kai does not work with the netlink for me. I don't know why. I could not get it to work, and
Really?
yeah, it just didn't want to work.
That's crazy because I'm using it right now with the netlink.
Yeah, I don't know. Like me and I debugged 2 different Saturns. The only thing I could think is the SD card's messed up.
Okay. Am I losing because you're like better at creating like these like huge stacks?
No, the thing is that you're on silver mode. I'm on kids mode still.
Yeah, but still, like you've been owning me regardless.
I have no idea. I'm just getting lucky, really, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm just trying to wing it, like trying to hopefully create these. I'm not playing these stacks out. It just happens to me finding things. Yeah, yeah.
I used to be so much better at this.
Oh gosh, no. No,
Dave,
oh my God, no.
Maybe Daytona be like if you guys do it, have it be the last game, so you're not vomiting through most of the stream.
Interestingly enough, I was supposed to take Junie to like a little Easter egg hunt thing at her cousin's house, but man, with it raining this bad, they're probably gonna call it off, or we'll just end up doing it indoors or something. But I gotta take her to that at like 11:30, so I definitely have to get off here no later than 11, probably. Okay. And I told her, yeah, I was like, Daddy's in a meeting, don't come out. And if you don't, then you'll get gummy bears. So she's got incentive.
Dang, lucky. She gets gummy bears?
Well, she got some down payment gummy bears, and then she'll get the
wow.
She got the deposit, but then she'll get the
rest of it.
The rest of the payment
once the cash is in
once
hand.
she proves that she doesn't open the door and go like, Daddy. And you go like, I showed her where everything is. I'm like, here's the bananas, here's the apples. You need something, you just grab it. Taking care of a very young person is just...
Elder mode really helps you out a lot. Holy shit. Oh my God. 'Cause I've been doing the kid mode, not the elder mode.
Okay, well now you're just making me feel bad because I was doing the silver mode.
So Dave, you're definitely gonna go back into the house and find like all the bananas and all the apples are gone and hidden.
You know, yeah. Okay, so you would be like, who knows what I'll go back and find in the house. Yesterday, I go in the house and she's nowhere to be found, and I freak out. And she's under the bed hiding from me, and she's like, hee hee.
Hey,
and I was just like,
go up twice.
Oh yeah.
Dan says stop giving her treats like a pet.
Oh yeah. So somebody else said that to me, that she's like, she's not a pet, Dave. I have to, Pat, after this, hold on, because I have to adjust my screen. Like, it's stretched too much. Yours is good, but mine's like kind of cut off at the top.
That was weird.
Oh, that was weird. Just a little bit of a hiccup there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
She's streaming 4K in there. I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what?
10 and 4K, baby.
Considering the fact that we've got the stream going, like I'm grabbing your stream and then we're doing this and everything like that, like that really speaks to how good this works, right? Because
yeah, it actually is really good.
Yeah,
I like this a lot.
because like we could just be doing this offline. We could just be doing this, you and me, no stream, and that would be impressive. But this is really impressive. The fact that we're doing Discord and this, you know, and I'm streaming to YouTube. So yeah, it's like a lot of overhead, I guess, but it's still working. So that's
doing
cool.
Pretty well. Oh, Dave got a comeback.
Trying.
I'm hoping that I can.
So, tell folks about Gamescom. It's coming up, and
it is.
You're very possibly going to be doing a panel with Audi Sorley and John Linneman.
Potentially, like I said, this is a work in progress. It literally just I'm trying to work out the details right now.
Is that like something I wasn't supposed to say, or?
I mean, it doesn't matter now. It's like the 12 were the 12 people going to be like, oh hey, contacting them, asking about the panel? No, it's fine.
You said that, but they already were like they're down. I mean, the thing is, those guys are so cool. They're just like, yeah, whatever, we're gonna be there, so why not?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, Dave.
We need to pause to do the stretching or readjust your screen, Dave.
Yeah, the timer's gonna go. You just go up twice, Dave, real quick.
Okay, I'm kid now. Hold on a second.
We'll just burn this match. So just keep going.
Burn a few characters. Okay, I'm good now.
All right.
I can probably come back from that.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, Gamescom. We were talking about Gamescom.
We were talking about Gamescom.
Yeah, basically, like, yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I need to get the tickets and stuff for that. It's been busy because I've been like, I had like literally 3 this is my doctor's appointment phase of my like year, where it's like I do every doctor in a row. So I have like my dentist, my heart doctor, Pat. My physician.
You suck.
No.
So,
tracking real quick, Knight, if you're still with us, besides Dragons up in Canada, do we know if any other members of the first 10 are they up and running from the Netlink?
We have Stoneman.
Okay.
And Malenko, I know, has it, but he hasn't tested
gotten it online yet. Okay.
And I apologize, I haven't gotten up and running yet because I left the country 2 times in the last 4 weeks. So running too.
Oh, you did get it though. Thanks.
I did get it. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, I'm really excited to. I want to do the same kind of thing with like James and Dan from the Sega guys. They're really excited to get online because it's like they just didn't even get the Netlink, you know. So yeah. Being able to get online with in the UK is like pretty cool.
Yeah, imagine doing it back in the day, calling the UK, how expensive that would be.
Yeah, maybe that's why it didn't happen, just because of the whole calling thing, you know. But I mean, like that was the thing with Dragon's Dream, is it was like a billing nightmare. You had like 3 different payments that were due for that, and it was just, that was the main criticism, was like, this is a cool game, but it costs too much to play. I remember when I first was playing Final Fantasy 11 online. And I just remember that being kind of expensive, and then Sony like finally lowered the cost to play, because I remember the subscription for that was like pretty significant.
Wasn't the UK ahead of its time though with the dial-up stuff? Like, didn't they have a shit ton of dial-up companies where nobody else had them?
Like, they did, but still, your bill would have been pretty significant. Why it didn't come out over there, I don't know. But then again, like, there's a lot of things I don't know why they didn't come out here, like the video CD card, like, you know, like, I mean, yeah, I guess video CDs
it never really took off in the US. It took off in Japan, Asia, and like there was a little bit in Europe.
Was there really in Europe?
The other thing is, like, the Saturn was not doing well when it launched here, and the $400 price was already like a big like contention point, even though it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the MPEG card cost when it came out?
Yeah, I don't know how much it cost when it came out. How much?
It was $200.
Was it really?
Geez.
Yeah. It was expensive.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's what people don't get, is like, people are like, oh, why didn't they just include that in there? It's like, it's not just the hardware. Like, first of all, decoding MPEG back in the 90s required hardware. You could not do it in software. It was not going to be work. You couldn't make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And it requires quite a bit of hardware to do it properly, because like what Sony did with the PS1 is it was like a hacked variant of MJPEG.
Motion JPEG,
like yeah, but it's like, it's not really MJPEG. They did their own little tweaks to it to like sidestep the licensing issue, which is the other side of the cost. To do MPEG, it's not just the cost of the hardware. They had to license to be able to be like, we are licensed to do MPEG. Whereas to make,
I can't change my character
to do that to make it
nope, not unless you start the entire thing over again.
All right, well,
that's the thing, where you have to do that to make it compatible with the video CDs. You have to be MPEG compliant and be licensed.
Yeah.
Whereas like you could then maybe do like what Sony did, where they basically hacked it just enough to sidestep the licensing, but then it's a proprietary format. So Sony did that with MJPEG to sidestep the licensing, so they avoided that cost. And then since they're basically only doing keyframes, they're not doing like the inner frame stuff that MPEG does. So that also basically saves some costs there, and that's why they're able to put it in there. The downside is, though, if you look at a PS1 FMV and like a comparable quality Saturn one, the PS1 file is usually like 10 to 15 megabytes bigger because there's no interframe compression.
Right.
And that's even though the PS1 has compressed audio. So that's with compressed audio, it's still like 10 to 15 megabytes bigger.
That's killing me.
We've got
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So question: when me interview? When? Like, I swear. I just want to pick your brain for like 2 hours on video compression in the 90s. Oh, actually, yeah, no, we're gonna get you on with Eric. GDC is over. Eric Amers. He said he wants to like sit down with you and just chat, and it'll be like a organic conversation. We can talk about whatever. But
yeah, most weekends are fine with me. It's just during the week, like I work. So
yeah, we all.
So that's really the main issue with like throughout the week. So
yes,
there you go. Dave's getting his groove back.
I'm getting my groove.
Got a couple questions in chat here. Moose is asking if once you bought the NetLink back in the day, was there a monthly fee to actually play against other people, or you just needed the hardware and the internet connection?
Yeah, the way in Japan, they had a top-up card that you'd go to like Lawson's or something like that. You top it up and you slot it into the. Which is funny. I think it was Double Dime was saying like we really need to make SHIRO cards for the Japanese modems to just like slot it in there. It would be just for looks. Just for fun. But yeah, no, you'd have kind of like a top-up card, whereas like here they were just like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna make it, just dial them up. And
it basically worked in the US. It worked like a direct dial phone call. You
would have had the cost of your IP, your ISP internet service, and then the phone, whatever your phone charges would have been. Because you did have to have an ISP to do the whole I guess if you were using the NetLink zone. If you were using the NetLink zone.
Yeah, if you're actually online doing the online stuff like the NetLink zone, the IRC chat and that would be costing your internet service provider. If you were offline but just doing like the direct dial, it would be just your phone
just
call.
A phone call.
So it's basically the cost of the phone call and the cost of the ISP.
So I suppose if you were in California and like your brother was in New York and you knew each other's phone numbers, you could have done it without an ISP, just over the phone. But you'd had to know each other's numbers. Whereas the way they kind of designed it with the NetLink zone is that you could find other people who had the service, and then dial them.
Yeah, I think they had like a macro command in their IRC chat you could put in, and it would just like matchmake, and it would do the direct dial for you from the IRC chat.
Right.
Agnostic mentioned that they heard that some NetLinks were sold in Finland.
Interesting.
Yes.
There was like a trial or something they were testing it with.
Finland had NetLinks, yes, and
they were U.S. modems.
They were U.S. They just released them over in Finland, and what was it like? They even had like there was this ad that was like win a Sea-Doo or something like that when you buy a NetLink. They were trying to like, find ways of getting people to sign up for the service over there. So when we say like Europe didn't have it, technically that's not correct. Like parts of Europe did, a part of Europe did. But,
it's pretty jank how that worked.
Finland had a test program, and then there was some subscription service that was importing over the US ones.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm surprised that Brazil didn't have it, considering like Brazil for the not mega modem, but XBand, like they did their own thing with the catapult stuff because they were so such a hardcore Sega market, but they didn't have it for Saturn. I think part of that is just because like in South America, the Genesis lasted so much longer than it did in the US even,
Well, I mean, the Master System's still going there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, like, by the time the Genesis was sunsetting in the U.S., they were still enjoying the Master System and really like full on, Genesis. So they were just a little behind.
The genocide.
But I've talked to Brazilian Sega fans who are like big Saturn fans too. I just don't know. Like it was all tech toy basically over there.
All right, so
I just want to point out there's some extras that you needed.
Neil is asking about Duke Nukem, but I'm wondering if we want to move on to like Puzzle Bobble so we can get a couple more games in to show
Sure.
people.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
14.
I was gonna say after this one we'll do
after
Puzzle
this one
Bobble.
we'll just say EA and end it.
Yeah.
So let me just see here. Yeah.
Sam's.
So yeah, Duke actually works really good too. Like that's a fun one. I played that with Retrospectors. We did a setup kind of like this, and we played it. Although he was much better at it again than I was. It's funny when it comes to it comes to certain games. Like if it's a racing game, I'll probably do pretty well. That's my genre, racing. But most other genres.
One more best 2 out of 3 in the.
Oh, we have to do one more. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's best 2 out of 3 on these ones.
I gotcha.
I wanted to point out, but back in the day, you likely needed to also pay for a second phone line because people will call your home phone.
Yeah, that's true.
And just hear Saturn noise.
Yeah, you hear modem noise, and sometimes if they kept calling, you'd sometimes get disconnected.
Right. These are the things that often get forgotten when talking about it in retrospect. It's like, oh yeah.
And retrospectors.
And oh yeah, we did. There was that whole thing where you would like be trying to download an MP3 on Napster, and then your mom would like pick up the phone, and it would like totally bork the download.
Well, do you remember having?
You're supposed to go EA. Okay, all right, good.
Do you remember?
No,
do you guys
we're
remember?
Switching over. Remember, it's just the best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
So Dave, do you remember? I think it was Call Waiting or Call Wave or whatever it was, where it was like it would act like an answering machine to not disconnect you when people would try and call you.
Oh yeah. Yes, I remember. There were all sorts of stuff to mitigate those problems we used to have with that.
Well, I mean, that's part of why your modem also has another port to put a phone in. So it's like if you got disconnected, you could just pick up the phone there and be like, get the hell off and hang up and reconnect.
Right. Sorry, for some reason the soft reset of Satiator Kai doesn't work with those patched Netlink games or patched XBand games, so I have to like actually physically reboot the console. So are we doing Puzzle Bobble 3? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess watch your IPs this time. I don't know if you need to block.
Oh yeah. I think I actually did it better now.
Okay.
This time. So just hold on, Pat. I'll tell you when to dial.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
Enter your name. I have to enter your name.
Oh, you have to do it because it's a different game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold.
Is there a way you can just like hide my screen?
Hold up.
Just hide it in LBS.
Well, I gotta head out, guys. This is Raiden.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Oh, hey, okay.
Bye,
See
David Zaney.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
It would be nice if we could find a way with the Japanese XBand stuff to make it so either in like the DreamPie or somewhere where we could make it so people's usernames linked to their IP addresses so it was hidden.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be
nice if we could come up with a way to do that.
We will. It'll get. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm being pretty confident in saying that.
I don't know if you can do it with the US ones, but the Japanese ones, I think you might be able to leverage it.
I mean, I have to believe that if there's a will, there's a way, But is there a will? That's the thing. It's like, problems always find solutions, but they have to be big enough problems that somebody cares about finding a solution, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Neil's bummed out they never really got the Netlink in the UK like the PC Engine in the TG16.
Let me know when you're ready for me to dial you, Dave.
Okay. When we
Okay.
were talking about the
Just
stuff
tell.
in Brazil.
Hold on a second. I'll tell you when it says waiting. Okay. So, all right. Go ahead. Dial.
All right.
Waiting for a call.
All right. I'm dialing you now.
That's the thing I love the most about it is like it's just so silly, like waiting for a call. Yeah,
Welcome, Offie. Offie's saying, "Hey, why are your TV bezels Sony Trinitrons?"
Because Sega didn't make TVs, and to be honest with you, that's what I was gaming on back in the day. Like with my Saturn, I was playing on a Sony Trinitron. So
to be fair though, technically right now I'm playing on a Sony BVM. So technically speaking, yes, I am playing on a Sony.
it's accurate.
I actually did play on a hand-me-down Sony tube as well.
Yeah, like I've been asked that question multiple times, and I just have to tell folks like, show me a Sega TV, and I'm buying it. You know what I mean?
So at work we have a game room that we set up for like when people are like on break over lunch or something. And me and there's one other person where we're into like collecting retro games and that. So we're like, there's a Saturn in the game room. There's stuff like that in there. But every now and then, just for like a fun thing to do at work, like once or twice a year, we basically did a thing where we actually just did it yesterday, where we basically turned our whole like cafeteria lunchroom area into a giant arcade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the one guy, he's like, he'll just come into work. He's like, I found another tube TV along the road. I brought it in. I put it in the game room.
Nice.
So we now have these 3 tube TVs, and the one he most recently found, we looked at it. It's like, this was made in 2006. It's an RCA flat screen, but it's only like this dinky little, like, I want to say like 15 or like 18 inches. It's tiny, but it has like component S video and all that on it.
Nice. Hey, that works.
You know what? In terms of the TV thing, I lied. There is one TV that you could consider an official Saturn TV, and that's the Hitachi Wide Boy. I forget what the model is called, but it's like CW.
Oh, yeah.
Hitachi made a TV in Japan because they had a deal with, you know, the SH2s. They had a deal with making the Hitachi High Saturn. And so they made a TV with a Saturn terminal, like a what do you call it? A proprietary Saturn video terminal on the front, not S video. Now it literally is like the video output that's on the back of your Saturn, just like mirrored on the TV. Yep. And they're probably all gone because they're huge and bulky and nobody kept them. I was talking to Adam, Adam Corlick. I was like, if you ever go to Japan, because he's been there like 20 times, and I was like, if you ever go to Japan and find one of those, I will pay the shipping. Like, you know, but he's like, I probably never will, because like that's serious e-waste. Like, it's one thing for Japanese folks to sell like shippable stuff, but like TVs like that have probably ended up in the recycle. It's sad, because that's the thing I would love to have. And there's also a Hello Kitty version of it. So I super
oh, nice.
Oh my god. And so here's the thing, it's a widescreen. It's like a proper widescreen standard definition TV. So it's standard definition, but it can do the anamorphic widescreen that you get from like without any kind of sampling or scaling or anything like that. It can do like anamorphic widescreen of Knights and games like Panzer Dragoon, Zwei. So it's like, just to see something like that in person, I would geek out.
That'd be really cool.
Moostrax is talking about the Divers Dreamcast. I think the Divers Dreamcast TV from 2000.
Funny enough, that thing does nothing for me. It looks so ugly.
I want the Divers 2000.
People geek out about the Divers, but to me, it like the video doesn't look great. Saying like the video signal doesn't look great.
Oh dang!
When we get to like
I get screwed.
When we get to like the weird like Sega console hybrid things, the one to me that always been like, I would love to have it just because of how weird it is.
Yeah.
Is the Iowa Mega CD boombox?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
so
have
that
you
thing
ever
looks
seen that
so
one?
90s. Yeah, it's like
it's so ridiculous and so like
it really is.
It's so like not usable as a console, because it's like, it's a boombox. Where are you going to put this in your entertainment stand? It doesn't make
it's
sense.
so stubby,
but it's so silly.
It's so silly.
At the same time, it's so silly, but at the same time so amazing that you just you want it.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Does
it's
anybody?
It's like the Divers 2000. I want it. It's stupid, but I want it.
Well, and I want that huge TV. My wife would kill me for bringing it into the house, but I would find some excuse, some reason to own that Hitachi TV if I could source one.
Hey, would you consider the Navi screen on that specialized Saturn? Would you consider that like a dedicated Saturn?
Yeah, it's super rare though. Good luck finding one, much less finding one that's in working condition though.
Yeah,
and then even when you get it,
the screen is rarer than the console itself, isn't it? Because what they weren't sold together.
And it looks like trash.
Weirdly.
once you pay like the $1,000 or whatever for it, then you fire it up and you're like, composite video on a really really bad LCD.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's like it's a flex, but other than that, you know.
Well, so it's like its entire purpose wasn't to be like playing games on it.
It was to navigate you in your car.
It was to be a
Yeah.
GPS. There's GPS software that runs on the Saturn that hooks into like the satellite thing in your car.
You would have been like that dude from Fast and the Furious, like playing in your car, like before Fast and the Furious ever came out, though. Like that's the thing, it would.
Oh my God, RNG, please.
When I was on,
gods, why?
Pat needs his RNG.
Like the RNG in this game is horrible. That's the only thing I hate about
I'm
Puzzle
playing
Ball.
the same game. I'm playing the same game that you're playing.
I know, but its RNG is just really bad today. It's like I'll give you none of the ones you need. Actually,
you're just mad that the last game was your game and this one is.
So.
No, oh my God, I'm getting nervous with I'm getting nervous with this rain. Seriously, like you guys don't even
Yeah.
It's cats and dogs. Like it is like flooding danger. Good thing I live on top of a hill, but seriously.
Up on the hill.
Oh man. All the rains lately have like ruined my driveway. Because like it used to have a crack in it, but now it's like the slabs are like because of all the groundwater, the slabs have basically kind of like shifted. And there's like one more thing, you know.
Shadow Mask, welcome.
So Dave, that Hitachi TV, you might be surprised that quite a few of them might have survived, because when you look at the if it's anything like the Nintendo ones, like there's those Sharp Famicom TVs and the Sharp Super Famicom TVs. Yeah, those are still like people have posted that they find them every now and then. So,
but those Sharp Super Famicom TVs are what? They're like 19 inches or less, maybe like we're talking about a 32-inch TV.
Yeah. Right. Shipping that might be ridiculous, but I'm saying like there might be some people out there that have held on to them in their houses over there. It's just because like I said,
folks. God.
If those like Famicom ones have survived,
your house okay, Dave?
Some of those.
It's monsoonal outside. I mean, in fact, it's raining so hard that I'm getting like splashback because I mean I'm sitting
splashback? That ain't good.
No, I'm sitting what like 15 feet away.
Bro, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but like the rain is hitting the driveway so hard that I'm actually getting like little flecks of water.
Do you have your thing open?
Yeah, for the light and also like the air. I could close the garage, but I don't want to do that. Like if Junie does open the door and she's like, she needs me for something, I want to be there. You know, like I want to be able to be there for her.
I doubt she'd want to walk across the thing on that. I think I got the wrong one, right? Yes, that was okay. Good.
We have to say hi.
Hi. I can't. I mean, yeah, but the things that I don't know, it's like I don't know where's green or purple.
Oh, we were on easy too. That's the funny thing.
Yeah,
green is go. Green means go.
Okay, green's the one that's that. Okay, I'll try her.
Wait, there was somebody that posted something in Japanese, and I think Moose Track said they said Saturn karaoke, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh yeah, that lizard, the dude with that avatar, that shark.
Wait.
What do you mean wait? I can't wait.
Oh, okay, sorry. I heard
wait for what?
That I might have needed to like step away because I thought I heard Junie. But it was actually a police siren. Like
similar sound.
Oh well, you know, like if she's crying or something like that, you know, like.
Oh yeah. You thought she was crying. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but she would. Yeah, she's fine. She's in there, just chilling, being a homebody. Junie's such a homebody, just like me. Like my wife always wants to go places and stuff, like my son. But like me and Junie, like we just want to sit in the house on a rainy day and like play games or watch TV.
Junie's gonna be a mad otaku.
I'm not antisocial either. Like I'm kind of a hybrid. Like I'm an extrovert and then I'm an introvert, just depending.
I'm the same. I think I'm the same way as you, Dave. Where it's like I like hanging out and going out places and partying and stuff, but I also like vibing and being left the hell alone.
Like I could flip a switch and I could flip a switch and turn into an extrovert. But the truth is, I always prefer like more like smaller groups where I can like get to know people better. You'll just enjoy people's company instead of having to just entertain, you know?
Well, Captain Hodden said that he'd like to see the two of you do some karaoke, some Saturn karaoke together.
Karaoke.
How do we do that? I'd be willing to do it.
Daytona. We can do that. Let's go away. That was way too.
You do it.
You know, that's the thing. I want to go to GDC now just so I can meet Takanobu Mitsuyoshi and sing Daytona with him.
I'll sing with him, yeah.
So
I'll be
we've
down.
got
We'll sing it.
26 Shiros in chat. I'm wondering, I'm just curious if you are from a country outside of the U.S. Let us know where you're from, because I know we've got some people in the UK.
We did try to make
Neil is
this.
still-
We tried to do this at a time where everybody could watch.
We even got some Japanese dudes watching. So thank you, Mr. Japanese dudes.
What are you
for-
talking about?
Offie Matrix is
Oh,
from
is
the
Offie
from the UK.
What do you mean?
Who's Japanese that's
The
watching?
Japanese dude that's in the chat. He just asked if we do karaoke.
Matsudo.
Oh.
Matsudo is
Matsuro.
Yeah, he's just asking if we could do Saturn karaoke. That was the dude.
Saturn How would we do that? Tell me how we would do that, and I'll do it.
I don't know. He asked it.
E-R-E-E.
All I'm
Is
saying
there
is that he
is there a
just asked
Saturn
it.
is there a Saturn karaoke game like the outside of like the prologue stuff?
Yeah, I don't think we have a
Gotta be
prologue.
Like I said,
Man.
PRE, tell Steve to bring his stuff up.
Yeah, let's get some prologue going. Let's get some singing,
Sick.
baby. Dame 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 yo dame dame yo.
Oh.
Suki da da sukite suki sukite.
Sukite.
Exactly.
Sukite.
I actually have that on
Yo.
vinyl. I don't know why I didn't show that to you. I forgot. That's probably my
song.
greatest get. Like that's why I
Good
got the
song.
special edition of Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Not because of that, because so I
Not
can just
because
get-
of that, sure.
I didn't Bakumi Tai. Like that's the only reason I got the special edition is just for Bakumi Tai alone.
So what
That actually
time
is not
then?
a joke either.
What time is it in Japan right now? Without looking, I'm not looking it up.
Yeah,
'cause
somebody like tell
just
us 'cause
tell
we're
me.
lazy.
Like the dude that's in Japan, I'm just interested. What time is it right now? Is he like staying up really late or waking up really early? Oh my
think
god.
it's a
Okay,
12
so my
hour.
phone like literally just caught up. Google gave me this like message: flash flood warning for San Diego. No
oh
shit.
boy,
No
no
shit.
kidding, no kidding.
2 a.m.
It's literally outside my. Oh,
Woke
okay.
up late at about noon. Knew that I just had to be in Compton soon.
My god. I cannot believe how hard it's coming down.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
pretty
to
bad
close.
there.
I want to close the garage, but I just can't.
Dave's like, I'm gonna have to. Well, I mean, if it starts flooding in, don't get your PVMs
No,
wet,
no, no,
dude.
no. It's on a a decline or like a downhill. So
It's on a decline, all right, Dave. It's gonna be raining. And your PVM's gonna be covered in water. But like, I'm good, bros. I'm good.
I'm good.
I can still play. I can still play,
can do a
guys. I
little
can still
splash.
fight. I need to beat Pat. I need to beat Pat.
No, it's distracting. I'm not gonna lie. It's like pretty distracting.
Well, no kidding.
I'm glad you guys can't hear it though because it's pretty loud. But I have my mic. I have like a lot of compression on my mic, so
well,
it should
I'm
be
worried
okay.
about your safety now. I don't want you to get shocked to death because
Oh,
of.
I'm not worried about that. But I'm definitely. I don't think we're gonna be going to Poway or wherever she lives up
Poway.
north. Yeah, she lives up north.
Who lives up
Fun
north?
fact: Poway is where Blink 182 is from.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Oh, you're sorry to hear.
I'm just joking. I actually do like Blink a lot. I was actually listening the other day.
She brings me Mexican food from Sombreros just because. I have a Sombreros right down the street.
Welcome, Christian Garcia Montalvo from
Montalvo.
Spain.
Spain, España.
Espanol.
Says that they played Puzzle Bobble, aka Bust a Move 3 in Europe and BAM 99 in the US, but on the PlayStation.
Yeah, didn't everybody?
Hey, that's pretty good.
I played so like Bust a Move 2 was like my game. That was like my pizza restaurant game because you'd have like I was talking to James from the Sega guys a little while ago about like how in the 90s like arcades were everywhere. You didn't just go. Now you have to go to an arcade, right? But in the 90s we had arcades everywhere, in the movie theater, at the pizza restaurant. You'd have a bunch of you'd have like a couple Neo Geo cabinets, and you'd have an entire arcade because you have like 8 carts in each cabinet.
Wow,
and
that
so
was really lucky.
You'd basically have like 8 games on tap if you had 2 of those cabinets. And yeah, like when I'd go to Godfather's Pizza in Reno, that was one of the joints that we went to.
I think I've actually been there before.
I would always play Bust a Move 2. That was kind of my game, Bust a Move 2. And so I ended up getting it on the Super Nintendo as well because I loved it so much. Pretty good port on the Super Nintendo, all things considered. I mean, it's not a Neo Geo, but it's still good.
I mean, it's good, yeah. Like I said, I love the Neo Geo version of like the Neo. That's actually why I got to
Pat's gonna
Bust
beat
a
me
Move.
here.
I don't know. It's looking dicey.
Come on and bust a move.
I keep getting that. I actually got that and Bust a Groove mixed up for a while.
Dang.
Neil's asking if there's any Japanese players on our SHIRO Netlink roster.
Unfortunately, no.
No. It wouldn't it be great if there were? And then they definitely have better access
Hey,
to
Dave,
those
wouldn't it
modems.
be nice if we could wake up in the
Wouldn't
morning
it
when the
be
day's
nice
nice?
if we could wake
hold
up
it.
There's your Saturn karaoke.
in the morning sun where we belong? I think I agree with you,
cannot
Pat.
change
I
the
think
settings.
Smile is better, and like that
Were you listening
takes
to that?
some. I've been ever since Pat. So Pat, I had a religious experience. Not just I had.
Honestly, it does feel
That's kind of
right.
yeah, but Pat took me to his bedroom.
Yeah, and I made out with him on the bed. listening to
No,
the
like
Beach Boys. It was hot.
Pat has a really good audio system in his bedroom, as you can imagine. He's got money to blow on that kind of stuff because he doesn't have kids. But
Oh yeah,
but
I blew on the
anyway.
bed. All right, I blew on the bed.
God damn it, Pat. Anyway, so he has a
Family friendly.
family friendly, totally.
Not
totally.
anymore.
No, but no, this stopped being family friendly when Pat dropped an F-bomb like the first 5 minutes into
I'm
the
just
stream.
dropping F-bombs, bro.
But anyway, but yeah, no, he's got a really good audio setup and a really nice turntable, hi-fi turntable in his bedroom, and he put on Smile. He put on like the Beach Boys Smile and then Brian Wilson's Smile, and just after listening to that, I was just like, holy hell! I had to go back and like listen to what was it, the Purple Chick, her mix of it.
Purple Chick, yeah, the Purple Chick Smile release.
Which is kind of like a fan remix, but like a really well done fan remix.
It's like the best one in my opinion.
And I think I actually changed my opinion, and I like that better than Pet Sounds now. Definitely, I mean, Pet Sounds is always going to be like a classic album, but it's just got this kind of, it's very ahead of its time. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I love about Smile is that, and not to mention that technically there's so many different variations you can just have. It's just, I think it's just a lot more fun album to explore than Pet Sounds, because there's like, oh yeah, a couple remixes and stuff like that. But like Smile is just so ambitious. You can have like a recreation.
This is my
of the
dude right
original.
here. This robot dude, or like he looks like Captain
Robot
Falcon.
Man, yeah.
Is that
He
like
does.
Captain? He looks like Captain Falcon. Falcon punch.
Oh my gosh, Shadow Master's thinking the same thing I did. He was quoting Rap God, and I was thinking the same thing. Like I said in my head, it's like how could I not
damn it.
blow? All I do is drop F-bombs. I'm beginning to feel like a Saturn
Like a
god.
rap
Saturn
rap
god.
God. Everybody
Got all my
in the
people
front and back.
to the
No.
back nod. Who think there's arms locked onto slap box.
box.
I'm the Dale Earnhardt of rap. Call me NASCAR.
NASCAR. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines of that. I was like, that the whole honestly, I was thinking about that about Eminem, and I was like, I think I love Eminem the most. One of like favorite rappers, just because he's just so much fun. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
actually
more-
like.
Yeah.
He has fun with it. It's not like all serious. It's like, okay, I'll do something serious. Okay, now I'm gonna do like ass like that with the the comic relief Trump, the comic relief dog or something. Or
I feel
like,
the same way about Kendrick Lamar. Like I really like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And I also like Pusha T. He's sometimes a little more serious, but he does some funny stuff too.
Yeah.
But Eminem, no one's more irreverent than Eminem. I mean, when it comes to like just doing really funny stuff, he does stuff that other people wouldn't even try to do. Is really what it is, you know, because he's already got that reputation of just like not giving a shit.
Giving
Yeah,
two Fs.
he just does not care.
He really doesn't.
But that's what I love about him. Like I said, he just you know does him and like, okay, that's cool.
There you go.
And he has fun with it. It's not like all serious all the time, which I love
Right.
with music. Music has to be at least a bit fun. Like,
Oh,
even like
Night,
yeah.
Night.
Trevo's student is saying Esham taught Eminem everything about rap. He is a true Detroit rap pioneer.
Oh, cool.
I'm missing out. Give me some info on him. I'll check it out.
I was
Thoughts?
listening to Ghetto Boys the other day after Knight made a comment in the chat. So I was listening to Ghetto Boys. They had some really good albums. Fun to listen to.
I haven't
when
listened to
you're
them
in
before.
Yeah.
I'll check them out though. Like I said, I need to get a music list going. Honestly, my rap game, I'll fully admit, is not on the tier I hoped it would be. Like I'm still missing a lot of classics. Like I think the one big one is Tyler the Creator. I need to get into his stuff. That one's big.
Oh, Tyler the Creator,
like
he's okay.
Out.
He's okay. Yeah, I mean, Mac Miller.
Mac RIP.
Yeah.
I like Exercise Tenacion and a Little Uzi Vert. My friends got me to Little Uzi Vert, and I'm like, actually, this slaps.
I'm not into that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Like
It's
I said,
okay.
my friends are all
have to like all the same stuff.
Rap, yeah, exactly. My friends are. I mean, to be fair, though, rap is kind of like a new thing for me. So
yeah,
I'm kind of like the sensei. Like I only recently got into Wu-Tang Clan, and I feel embarrassed saying that.
Well, yeah. Oh,
It's
you
like-
really just got into Wu-Tang Clan?
Like only maybe maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Cause my trainer is a big Wu-Tang dude. He's like, dude, let me open your eyes to some great music.
Okay, I'll
And,
open
like,
your eyes to some classic hip hop. Listen to De La Soul.
I love De La Soul.
You
I
like
love
De La Soul?
I love Del. Del's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. And then also, you know, obviously Run DMC and Beastie Boys. You like them?
Adidas.
This is a
You're
shout
killing
out
me,
to
Pat.
Agnostic and anybody else that would like to get their Saturns online. If you want more information, you can join the Saturn or the SHIRO Discord, or go onto the SHIRO website. It has all the information. If you need help tracking down a NetLink or an XBand to get you up and running, feel free to reach out to us in the Discord. We're always happy to try to find NetLinks on the cheap to pass out to SHIRO members.
Yeah, and we're always willing to find deals. Like right now, I think we have all the NetLinks accounted for. I think.
Yeah, like hopefully, I think Pat has a search, like a saved search, and is always looking for more. Like I hope you do, because I don't. But Pat's the one who's got like you're the one who's like really big into like those Japanese shipment services, right? And
yeah, I'm all about the things that I have to in Arizona. The retro game hunting is so cutthroat that even with like the auto searchers or auto like, oh hey, this is an alert thing that goes off,
right?
Like actually like software that alerts you, not like the services itself.
Right.
Even with that, it's still a struggle to get retro stuff. It's like it's cutthroat. So I have to use these services to be able to find any retro deals.
But if you guys see like a huge lot of NetLinks, just tell us. Please don't bid on it. Like we'll buy them and we will pass them along to the community at cost.
And hey, I'll make a better incentive. If you find it for us, we will give you one of the NetLinks for free.
Finder's fee?
We'll give you a finder. So if you do it, we'll give you one of the NetLinks to whatever you find for free.
Like because we just want more people to have them. We're not gonna turn around and try to make a profit. We're not gonna like piece them out and then try to sell them for like max profit. Like we're just gonna like put together kits.
Like eBay sellers.
Yeah, like we're gonna put together kits and sell them as cheaply as we can. In fact, full disclosure, we lost money on the NetLinks. I mean, I can't say lost money because let's be honest, our patrons keep us going.
Money, so
yeah, but it costs like ridiculous amounts of money to ship to certain places, and we only charged everybody $10 for shipping like across the board, you know, just to keep things. So it's totally fine.
And
like,
when you figured in all the labor for Knight to also put together things and test everything, you're getting a steal. If we can bundle a package.
It was a labor of love. We're trying to create community members, not
don't even forget the cost of the patches too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's another thing too, is Moose Tracks is a rock star with that. Doing some amazing patches.
Every time I have to friggin' beg him to give him money, he's like, dude, let me give you money, please.
I want to maybe
have to beg everybody to give them money.
I think we'll start like a sales bin for him on our site where folks can like click on a link and be able to buy his stuff, you know? And it'll be on our site, but kind of like Steve's sales bin, you know? But instead it'll be like, so you'll just have like pictures of patches that you can order, you know?
That'd be cool. Yeah,
and then it'll just go straight to his PayPal account. and he won't have to like deal with any kind of like middle SHIRO stuff. Like we'll just basically be because I've seen, like, we've all seen his work, and I wholeheartedly endorse.
Yeah, Moose Track's hats are top notch. I've seen
They
some of his
are.
hats.
Oh yeah, I mean I have one.
Boned.
Yeah, this guy, the Captain Falcon, man.
I like
Falcon
him.
Punch.
I like him a lot. Player 2 won. Yeah, look at him. He's gonna put his fist in your butt. Yeah, I can't select the stuff. I think you might have to because I can't change the settings.
What the hell, Pat?
What?
Why do we only have 18 people watching? Is it just
I'm being
because
vulgar. I'm being too vulgar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
funny,
can't
like
change the
we
settings.
get like 50.
We peaked at around 30 earlier.
We get like 50 people on average, 50 to 60 on SHIRO show, but then on a Saturday when nobody's at work. Oh, Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon. Oh, I thought we were gonna
No,
do
I'm
like
being a dino, man.
we're gonna be a little dino.
What's
his name?
Matches, boy.
He has a name. I forget.
His name's Dino Boy.
Dino.
It's Bub.
It's
So
Bub.
Dave, what you need to do is you need to get like a button you can press when Pat starts to say things inappropriate and it just beeps over him.
Right. Yeah, we need to get like an AI. Honestly, I do need it. Like, there are so many things we need to get that we haven't because we've just been balling on a budget for so long. I don't know anything. Like I would love to
keep
get
reminding Dave that we have funds, but he keeps saying
we do.
no.
Yeah, but it's like I keep kind of hoarding them and wanting to save them for stuff like big things. You know, like when we need to go to an expo or something like that.
And stuff,
yeah,
that's understandable.
GDC would be great because like I would love to run into developers and be able to interview them. But yeah, no, a Stream Deck would be nice to, for just production value, being able to like use buttons and stuff. And I know you can kind of like you can also kind of program your phone to be kind of like a Stream Deck.
Yeah,
but
honestly, I don't really know. Like, honestly, I'm not sure the point of a Stream Deck for us because we usually just sit in one set.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know what the benefit would be for us to have a Stream Deck. That's the thing.
The benefit would be if we were looking to kind of like increase the production value even more and add more scenes and stuff like that. But like, we just kind of set it and forget it. We just do, what we do. It's nobody nobody complains about the SHIRO show setup. So I guess. Yeah. But it's like sometimes I look at folks like Linus and I see like the WAN show and I'm like, okay, so there's some cool stuff we could do if we had a Stream Deck, but again, like it's kind of like there's a ton of things that I want to buy, but I just don't because I just haven't gotten around to it.
No,
like
that's understandable.
Pat ended up sending me a twin stick, not because like I wanted to get one and I was planning on getting one, but I just never got around to it. And then you beat me to it by just sending
I
have
to get him gifts to be able to get him basic things.
Yeah.
Well, here I can tell you about this thing we did at work yesterday.
Yeah, what's up?
Where we set up all those games with the arcade bit.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
we had 5 Saturns going. So there was one that was set up on like my CRT that had 2 light guns on it with Virtual Cop running.
Right.
There was another one that had my 2 arcade sticks on it within just a pile of all my 2D fighters. Then beside that was my white Japanese Saturn with 2 twin sticks on it with Virtual On running.
Nice.
Then another one we had one set up that had the racing wheel with Sega Rally on it. And then we had on like in this, since it's like our cafeteria and conference room, there's
this was at your work? You did this at work?
Yeah, so it was like basically we only do it like twice a year on like a Friday.
Amazing.
When it's like most, because we work with like a 980 schedule, most of us, where it's you work like you work Monday through Thursday 9 hours, then Friday you work 8 hours, then the next week Monday through Thursday 9, then you have that Friday off. So like when we do this, like what a lot of people do is like they'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna flex and I'll do like 4 hours this Friday and 4 hours next Friday.
Okay.
So like that's what a lot of people did. So on these 80-inch like TVs they have in there, I had the other Saturn hooked up. I had the other Saturn hooked up with 10-player Bomberman going with 10 controllers on multi-taps.
How are people like? What are people's impression of it? Do you have a bunch of like Saturn enthusiasts, or are you just kind of like repping the Saturn?
Well, so like my thing is just, I'm going like we need like pick up and play simple arcade games. Like there's tons of those on Saturn. It's
right.
Like,
so what's the reception? What's the reception from the folks at your work?
Well, so that's what was neat. Like there was a younger guy there who he was over on the 2D fighter setup, and I go by and it's like I had originally had, I think, just like a simple, like more an entertaining one, like X-Men versus Street Fighter going, and I go over there, and he had swapped it out to Vampire Savior. I'm like, oh, you like know these games? Like, I am like a huge fighting game enthusiast, and I'm like, he's like, are these real? Like,
you got me. You got me. Good game.
He's like, because he was just. He's like I've heard of these ports. I've never seen them in person. He's like I have like the really janky Dreamcast release of Vampire Savior, and it doesn't feel as good as this.
Oh, is that the matching service one?
It's so I think it's like the one that's where it's like a mix of 1 and 2, and it tries to like combine a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever one that is.
Yeah, I think that's the for matching service one, because it's like a combination of a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird one. I mean, it's still fun, but it's not like. I would probably prefer to play like the arcade original or something that's not that. But wow.
Yeah, and then like
this game, dang.
So we had those set up, and then I had a Dreamcast setup that I had Marvel vs. Capcom and like Dead or Alive and all those over there with it.
Wow, I'm super jealous. That sounds like a kick-ass place to work.
Well, so then, it's basically one of those things where they're like, well, we have flex time, and people, as long as you charge your time properly, they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, no, that's great.
And it's just one of those things where they're like, this is like a nice morale thing that like makes it like a fun place to work. So they're all for it. And it's like, we don't do it.
Party.
We don't do it like every week. It's twice a year.
Right.
So
and
like,
that seems reasonable.
Right, and so it was like. Then, like on another TV, we had Duck Hunt set up on an NES. On another one, I had my Famicom set up that had like all the older classic NES games running on it.
Yeah.
Another TV, we had a Super Nintendo on it that I had like Turtles in Time, F-Zero, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Another one, I had my Genesis with the CD and 32X set up on it. Had like Sonic and all that. Sonic, Sunflower Heroes, all that stuff running on it.
Dave just got a nice combo on.
Falcon punched you.
Then on like one of the other like 80-inch TVs, I had my GameCube set up, and I had F-Zero GX running on it, which that is a very impressive game to see running on an 80-inch TV.
Oh no! Kidding. Yeah, my friend's actually trying to play through that right now, and he's trying to. He just took him like almost a week. Yeah, he's playing the F-Zero GX right now because he's a massive F-Zero fan.
I didn't know that.
He's trying to get through the entire game on very hard, and the mission where you have to get through the bomb thing with Jody, he literally is losing his mind.
What did he think of? Go ahead, I cut you off.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, he was like losing his mind. He finally got it though, but yeah, he's going through it. It was really funny just to see him. I have some filming of it. I'll send it to you, Dave. Probably, I'm not going to dox someone here.
What did Peter think of? What did he think of F-Zero 99? Like, did he play that?
I don't think he did actually.
Oh, okay.
Because he's more of an F-Zero GX fan. He specifically F-Zero GX. Like, I even talked to him, like, oh yeah, F-Zero X is better. He's like, yeah, no, you're just incorrect and wrong. And I'm like, yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, well, he also thinks that the Persona 5 soundtrack is better than Persona 4. And I'm like, the game is great, don't get me wrong, but like the Persona 4 soundtrack is like maybe one of the best game soundtracks of all time. I don't know. 5 soundtrack is growing on me for sure, and like I was impressed. 5 is still
really good. Like I said, it's really good. But the thing is that just that Persona 4 is just, I don't know. To me, not even being the game, I think it just has better bangers. Just like literally, I think Shadow World is objectively probably my favorite Persona song. Period.
I'm really starting to enjoy. I'm starting to really enjoy like the urban vibe of 5 versus like the country vibe of 4.
Yeah,
you know, I do like that. But yeah, the soundtrack though, I don't know. It's so good.
Though is not as good as like I said, and the weird thing is I'm a jazz fan, so I should like inherently love it. I just don't.
Wait, going back to F-Zero GX, can somebody remind me, is that Sega developed or Namco
Sega.
Sega, right?
Sega, Nintendo, and Namco.
Like a partnership, yeah. But
it's
it's really thing. Sega though, isn't it? Like, who's the developer?
So the 3-person partnership, that was for the arcade board.
Right.
Just F-Zero, that's just, they outsourced it to Sega. Sega made it.
Okay,
right. That's why it's so good.
Right, that's why it's so good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, so did you ever see there was an interview that they did a couple years ago with the people behind who did, like the producer, I think, who worked on it, which I think he went on to do Yakuza and all that stuff.
Let's play something else.
I forget his name.
Duke Nukem?
They did it.
They did it.
We could try Duke Nukem. I would need to get my 3D control pad though, because I cannot play that with the D-pad.
My finger's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think they did an interview with the guy who's like the lead producer on that one, and he said they got the contract for it like right after the Dreamcast went down, and he was saying like something along the lines of like, we really wanted to like show we weren't incompetent and that we could make good games, so we went all out to make this as good as possible. And he said when we turned it into Nintendo, we got like a call from them the next day, like we need to see the exact source code, all like the documentation for like how many hours you put into working on this, because we don't believe that you put something together this good in this
Duke
amount of time.
Duke is just US, right?
Yep.
Okay, I have to go back to the US one. Sorry, I heard you.
So it's like it's an interest. You can probably find it if you just like Google for it, but it was an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
So he talked about he's like there were certain things we wanted to put in. I said, is this okay? And they came back like, we never allow this ever. That was like Nintendo coming back to them.
Lol.
So now the Puyo Sun, I'm gonna take that little Puyo Sun logo off because that's inaccurate now.
Yeah, the last few things that we had hooked up then was
steel.
We had a Nintendo 64 hooked up. We have a Wii U in the game room that we got back in like 2014. So we had that hooked up with Mario Kart, and then we had a Xbox 360 with Halo hooked up. So yeah, it was like there were people who walked in there like, this just feels like a time warp back to the 90s, because it was just, you just heard like games everywhere. This feels like we walked into an arcade back in the 90s.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dave, put those sensors on, please.
I will.
Akmal's asking about Daytona. Akmal, we may do Daytona towards the end so that Dave doesn't get too much motion sickness on the way out of the stream.
Can you do Daytona online?
CE Circuit
Okay.
Edition. Oh wait, yeah, no, there's CCE, which was like a hugely expensive mail order only game, long box, which folks try to, on the US side, and then there's Circuit Edition, which is even better. So I'm gonna go into Pat's gonna have to like type in my IP again, right? Because you don't have that.
Did we find that? Because
different format though, right, Pat? Different format. It's like just hashtag.
I don't know.
Remind me, who knows how to do it on the US side? It's a different, it's not MP.
You just have to, I think you just have to put in like you put in the IP address as a phone number.
Yes,
Okay.
just IP's number, no MP.
What about hashtags though? Hashtag in the front and back? Oh yeah, Moose Track says it's hashtag IP hashtag. Okay, would you like to practice while waiting? No. Okay, I'm waiting for a call right now. Crap, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Let's see if I can do this fast.
Yeah,
Dave,
you better.
You're fine on the US side. It takes forever.
I think you'll find US Netlink Edition and Japanese Circuit Edition are mostly the same. It's like the XBand version of Netlink the XBand version of CE and the Netlink Edition of CCE. I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same. They just don't have the US version doesn't have the arcade music.
Right.
So it's like draw distance and physics and handling. I think you'll find is about the same.
Dan's saying that in chat too, that Japan CE is the same as Netlink, aside from some different music.
Now, CCE, Championship Circuit Edition versus Circuit Edition, there is a big difference there. But then Netlink Edition is based off of that later revision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. I sit corrected.
You sit and stand. You sit and spin.
Yeah, talking about like just how expensive stuff has gotten. I really miss the days where you could find like Netlink Edition being mislabeled as Championship Circuit Edition and get it for like $10.
Like people just don't know what they have, and you find it at a Goodwill or like a mom and pop's, like charity shop. But you know what? I even beyond that, exchanging information.
There we go.
Dan's got a whole article on SHIRO on the Daytona Netlink edition. If anyone is curious about the differences and such.
Okay, I'm gonna suck at this. Warning: adult content.
Well, you could play the co-op, right? There's a co-op.
There is. That's what we're gonna play, and I'm still
okay.
Waiting for new player to select level.
We'll start at what's the first level?
Put it on baby. Like level, what is it? Oh, that's not difficulty
level.
What's the
first level?
Yeah, the first level.
I'm just getting some red light district.
It's Hollywood.
Okay.
One more to the right. There you go. Hollywood district.
Hollywood Holocaust?
Hollywood Holocaust, I think, is the first one. Yeah.
We'll do Let's Rock.
Let's rock. Start game. Boom.
I'm not gonna put it on Beamy mode. We'll put on...
Entering Hollywood Holocaust.
And
damn, those
while that's loading up, Akmal actually doesn't have a preference. Akmal's saying you guys can play Daytona or Sega Rally, just one of the racers.
Oh, friendly fire? Okay, you got straight.
I just killed myself. Through the shoulders.
Yeah, this is really awkward. There you go. Oh, is there any way to not land poorly?
Dude, the lag on here is real.
The lag is kind of real. Oh yeah, that's another thing that folks need to be aware of, is that when it comes to this, when it comes to the Saturn Netlink stuff, the Japanese games typically perform a bit better, you know, to be completely honest. Like they're optimized for that. What the hell is fire? Oh, is it A? Oh, okay.
It's A button, yeah.
Oh, because the triggers. I keep trying to fire with the trigger and it strafes me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay, okay.
Oh, someone's up there shooting me.
So if I remember, so Dave, one thing to also keep in mind with like this game in particular, this game doesn't run at a constant 30 FPS. It does like dip. It dips into like.
I killed you.
It does dip down to the teens at times, so that could also be what causes it to feel laggier. So if like you're both not at like the right frame rate,
I gotcha.
With each other. Because like when you look at the other ones, like the other ones you guys were playing, they're fixed. I think the Puyo Puyo and the
yeah, it's a fixed frame rate.
They're fixed at 60. Sega Rally is solid 30. Same with Virtua Fighter Remix.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, this is like
bastards.
This actually does. Okay. So this is super sensitive. Are you using the 3D control pad, Pat?
No, I'm using a D-pad.
You're using a D-pad? I think I'm gonna switch to the D-pad because this is like super twitchy. Unless I'm able to. No, I'm not. I'm not able to like change that.
Adjusting. I don't think so.
Why am I getting shot here? All right.
You're in shop. There's a guy above you. I can't.
There's a guy
can't
above?
hit him.
Okay.
That's why you're outside the arcade, right?
Yeah. Ammo for pistol. Yeah, but I mean, using this 3D control pad is not as good as I thought it would be.
Are you using the OEM one or the wireless? What
using
have you?
the OEM wired.
Oh, what the heck? I'm shit in the toilet. That's some BS.
Ooh, large med kit.
I'm dead.
You're using Blue Retro, aren't you?
Who? What?
Are you using the USB thing?
No.
Or the Bluetooth thing on the analog?
No.
Oh, well, when I was looking at the screen, it looked like your wire was gone.
There it is, right there. You can see the wire.
Okay, there's wire. Yeah, now I can see it.
No magic, no mirrors, no smoke. I'm just using a 3D control pad, but quite bad.
Right?
Actually, you know what? I can just switch over to this mode. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay.
Switch over to digital.
Digital mode. Yeah, I'm switching over to digital. Oh, that's kind of janky too. All right. Well, it is what it is, folks. Yeah, this is just feels really weird. I don't remember it feeling this way when I played with Dan. And it could just be
even at Dave. Oh,
I'm just like
you're
way behind and I just keep getting killed. Yeah, this is not. Okay, never mind. I'm going back to analog. I can't decide. There really needs to be like a sensitivity thing toggle to like make it less sensitive, because it is just a little too sensitive.
Okay, yeah, that's what you have to hold C to aim up. I was like, why am I aiming like garbage?
Come on, don't kill me. I keep having to start over. Oh. Yeah,
there are a lot of enemies.
This is why I do not play this game. Like, because I just suck at it. And I was okay. Hold on a second. Maybe I can come in through here. Like
you have to go through that other door. Ow.
I have to go through what other door?
Follow me. It's over here.
Wait, where did you go? Oh, over there?
I'm right here. It's this way.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way I went before.
Yeah, you have to go in this way. You can't go through the front door.
I'm just gonna follow Pat, and he's gonna clear the field. Are you going through the right door here or the left?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I
They
got
both
you.
go the same place.
They both go the same way. You can tell I haven't played this in a while.
It's been a hot minute for me.
I pretty much sucked at it too when I played with Dan, but I felt like it was easier to control. So I don't know, maybe.
I'm more a fan of the keyboard and mouse.
Oh my!
You die? Oh, you killed me,
dude! I am so sorry. You were in the way.
He was like on the
ground. You were in the way. Oh
he was
my
on
God.
the ground.
Okay, like this might be a hot take or controversial or whatever, but like XL2's Unreal or Irreal controls better than this.
Yeah,
like a lot better.
To be fair, he has the benefit of hindsight.
He definitely has that. So.
Dave, can you remind the audience? Did you actually play NetLink back in the 90s when the Saturn was live?
Nope.
No, okay.
No. I was to be honest, I was a late comer Saturn fan as it is. Like I'm one of those people who did not know that the Saturn was a thing until like late 96. So I found out about it like Christmas of 96, and then I got it like in January of 97. And by that time, like it was really already failing. And I did see a NetLink. I saw the NetLink Saturn package. It was like the console, the keyboard, the mouse, and everything like that at Walmart on the shelf. You know, I just remembering it being so expensive, and I was just like, yeah, I could never afford that. Oh, hey, there's a chick right here.
Yeah, like
the movie
we got our Saturn, I think, in like '96 when they did the 3 free games deal. And yeah, I remember seeing like the NetLink stuff in some of the stores, but I remember it was stupid expensive. I think it was like $200 just for like the modem by itself, and then you got like the 2 games package with it for free as a promotion.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like $200 for a modem. Like people may not like. It's kind of crazy to think back on it, but it's like internet stuff was really expensive in the 90s. Like computer stuff was expensive, so it's like the modem was $200, and that was like it was people were.
Yeah, people to get online, it was like you have to understand, like back then you were and this is what people don't realize. You were seeing like news articles talking about like where the like anchors on the morning show would be like, I just got an electronic mail. I signed up for an email address, you know? And it's like stuff we take for granted today, but it's like back then it was a big deal.
So, and the other side of it is, at least for the US modem, like we may laugh that it's like, oh, it's only a 28K modem. It's like in 96 that was top of the line.
Yeah,
like that's also why like it was expensive. Japan went with a slower 14K modem, but when we saw like all those leaked emails and that, like they were in there like, no one is going to take us seriously if we put a 14K modem. We need to have like the best one in there.
That's it, Pat. I'm coming for you. I'm just gonna kill you.
So it's just saying, like,
where are you?
Those things, they were expensive.
Where are you?
Like I think there was something I read at one point where originally with NetLink, like what they were trying to corner in on the market for that was, I think they were trying to get them in schools for like web TV kind of things that they could use as like like a budget like internet.
Yeah, access. Believe it or not,
they weren't even thinking of games yet.
I actually have come across on eBay, couldn't afford it, but it was like a Saturn with an actual school sticker on it, that said like, for this school district or whatever. And it was like basically a NetLink Saturn.
California.
Michael off the grid says that the Sandra Bullock movie, the net scared everybody off of the.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that movie. Even though it's so
I love Sandra Bullock in that movie.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so it's like Hackers. Hackers and the Net are like 2 of my favorite movies.
Dude,
like because it comes from
Hackers,
a time.
It's all about swordfish. For
it's
me, it's all about swordfish.
Swordfish is good too, but even it's like that is even like. Maybe
Wait, is Hackers the Angelina Jolie one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. Hack the planet. Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
It's cringe as hell.
The best passwords are God, sex, and
God.
Like
those are terrible passwords. Even then, they were terrible passwords.
Yeah.
Even then, they're still good. I mean, that's still
what
used.
What the hell am I supposed to do here? I have no idea.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm lost, bro. Well, I guess killing yourself is
Let's
a
play
valid option.
something else. Let's play something
Okay,
else.
yeah, go. So let's do Sega Rally.
Yeah, because
I
I
guess.
gotta go anyway. I gotta
Right.
like get off.
We'll end with Sega Rally.
Okay, that sounds good. Can we do the Japanese CE though?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, and there was and then the net is the one where Sandra Bullock gets her identity stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is equally ridiculous. But there's the whole like Moscone Center, and they featured like Macworld in it, you know.
Yeah.
And you've got like all these old, got all these old like Power Macintosh
Power PCs and all that.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
I used to like, I wanted that Power Book that she had so bad, and then there's like a scene where she like borrows her buddy who's like a shrink or whatever. She borrows his PowerBook Duo. Those things are incredibly expensive now. If you can even find one with like a screen that isn't melted or whatever. But like if folks don't know, like I'm a huge like old world Mac fan. I'll show you. I've got something right here.
Every time I think of PowerBook, I think of that one scam post online where the dude like
I've got a PowerBook 3400 that is essentially the last Power PC. Sorry, it's the last Motorola based.
Shadow.
Like Shadow.
Yeah.
Shadows of the Tusk.
This is the final. Let me see if I can get it in the frame. PowerBook that didn't have a G3 in it, like before the Kanga, and it was like at the time there were ads saying the fastest laptop in existence or whatever. It was like marketed as like the fastest laptop for like 6 months before it was like outdone by whatever Intel had.
You should see if you can use it to do Cinepack encoding.
You probably can. I can play Tomb Raider on this. I can play Prince of Persia on this. I can use Photoshop. Whatever, Photoshop 5 or something.
Yeah, because I think because what I have laying around are just like their old like hand-me-downs. Like the one I have a Macintosh SE, and it's not even one of those with the hard drive. It just has the two floppy drives. And it was basically my aunt got it in the 80s, and it became like my cousin's while she was in college, and my other cousin got it, and then like we were the last ones in the line of like hand-me-downs to get it. It's
cool because my webcam did something weird. So on the side here, I've got a PCMCIA thing with
expansion port.
Well, I've got a compact flash hard drive in there, so I'm booting it. So basic like solid state hard drive, so it boots a lot faster, and it's and then on top you got a slot for the TraynoCo Wi-Fi card, which is just wireless. What is it, like the original A and B? I think it can do, but it can't do Wi-Fi G. It's completely unsafe, and taking this thing on Wi-Fi is probably not the best idea. But it does have an Ethernet port in the back.
Macs don't get viruses.
This is true.
At that point, Dave, though, you're getting into the realm of security by obsolescence.
No. The Macs don't get viruses. True, but if I create a open Wi-Fi, like if I create an unencrypted web connection on my network, it's like iffy. I have to like make it unviewable, and I have to like open it for just a little bit of time and connect to it. Otherwise, I feel really unsafe about it. But
that's just about the Wii as well.
I can use Ethernet though. I can use Ethernet, and I can browse the web with like the I don't know, Taxi Cab. What was that browser? It's like a modified Firefox.
I think it's Fake Cab.
And there's also there's a really great online resource, the Macintosh Garden, where you can just download a bunch of like disk images that people have thrown up there. You can get like Photoshop, you can get Premiere, like old versions. You can get Stratavision 3D and stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually a really nice little Mac gaming system. There's like all the old Macintosh games on it, because I'm a super nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. Basically, like Apple, before they were completely ubiquitous and like they told people to think different, and then everybody thought different, and now everybody thinks the same basically, because they all use iPhones and MacBooks.
Computers that go obsolescence immediately.
So yeah, I was a super like Macintosh fanboy back in college, and then I switched to PC, and I was just like, yeah, I'm never going back. Like
honestly, it's kind of funny. Sorry, I'll let you go, Trekkies, and I'll go.
I was gonna say, Dave, did I ever tell you about, because you have old Mac stuff, did I ever tell you about like my pimped out IBM PC I have?
No, but it sounds great.
I want to.
So it's like my dad got it when he worked for New York Life in 1987. It's just like it's an IBM PS2 Model 50, and over the years I put a new motherboard in it, so it's like now pimped out to like a 486. So
that's
it can
awesome.
It can run Doom, and it can barely run Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah,
Nice. Barely.
I mean, that's crazy. Like,
But it's like
yeah, I had like all these video cards back in the day that I just sold for like peanuts on eBay, and if I had held on to them now, like I never knew that a graphics card would end up being like so expensive. You know?
Voodoo,
so the thing with this IBM is it doesn't use ISA and it doesn't use PCI. It uses like their proprietary thing they tried called microchannel.
Oh,
that sounds
yeah.
painful.
Okay, Pat,
finding a microchannel
me?
sound card is
no, I'm waiting for you to put the sensor on. Oh wait, you just did that. Okay, cool.
I just did that, so you're good.
All right, I just want to make sure before I start doing anything.
Microchannel sound cards are true unobtainium.
Like, oh my God,
I finally tracked one down and got it, and I am not proud of what I paid for it.
Too much. But yeah, like I said, it's good. I myself, I kind of was the opposite. I went from PC to Mac because my first computer was a Packard Bell with Windows 3 or something on it. I forget exactly what it was. It had that whole suite on it, the whole kids center, the family room software. It was really good though. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite PCs I've ever owned. I played Ski Free. I played Mega Race on it. Played so many good games on it. I love that thing. And like I went from that to Windows 98, and then I've been PC until like I started working with a Mac, and it's like really good. I really liked working with Mac. I love Unix. I hate Windows command prompts. They are annoying. They make me angry that I have to type in dir instead of ls. I don't know why.
When you're ready, Pat.
I'm typing as I'm talking.
You're just not fast enough.
099.
Hurry up. No. Time waits for no man. No, I'm just kidding. Giving you a hard time.
The one thing that is nice about like the old IBMs though, like that, is since they were designed for business, you can get network cards for a dime a dozen. Like I was able to get a 100 base T. I was able to get a 100 base T network card for it, so I can actually just do like Ethernet cable straight into it, get it online. I was able to get into Twitch chat with it once. That was entertaining.
You ready, Pat?
I'm telling you right now.
I wasn't. Okay, but I wasn't ready.
I said dialing you and you didn't say anything.
Because I was listening to Trekkies. He was talking. Sorry. Okay, so I hope that it hits me. It might not. Yeah, I didn't hear you because I was listening to Trekkies. Two people were talking at once.
It's fine. US doesn't redial anyway.
We're not playing US though. We're playing the Japanese CE. So.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention to your screen.
Yeah. So this may or may not work.
Yeah. So Dave, did you ever play Team Fortress 2?
Team Fortress 2, yes. Yeah.
I did.
So like
did
you know when you're like trying to like capture the intelligence, you're in the intelligence room, and like just that ambient sound you hear in there of like computer generic computer sounds. Generic computer sound.
Yeah.
That's the sound my IBM makes when it's running.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's like that's the sound of the old like I forget the type it is, but it's a type of hard drive in it, and it's like the chirps and beeps it makes as it's seeking.
That's kind of cool, actually. I think that was also in just regular Half-Life 2
I don't think
well.
this is gonna work. I think it's gonna time out because Pat called first, and he probably got like a.
There we go. Yeah, problem coming. I can call you again.
Well, hold on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Should I get out of waiting for a call, or should I just stay? No, because what should I do, Anthony? Night. Should I?
I'm sorry, I got like three different things going on. What's going on here?
My machine is still waiting for a call, but Pat's timed out. So should he call again, and I should just keep waiting, or what?
You should time out in a few seconds. The timeout time on the Japanese ones are low. So by the time he starts dialing you again, you're going to time out. So I would just wait for your thing to time out as well.
Okay. Yeah, so...
You know what, Dave? Just try challenging again.
Hit challenge again? No, it says you already registered. Are you sure you want to register again?
Yeah.
Hit yes.
Oh,
that'll
hit
reset
yes?
your modem.
Oh, okay. Let me hear if I hear the click. I'm not sure if I heard the click. Oh, sorry. XBand was unable to find a worthy opponent. You have not been charged a credit. Try a different game or choose challenge again.
It reset your modem for you. So.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and try to dial Pat.
Yeah. Well, wait for Dave.
I did. I'm waiting for a call right now.
No, it just shut you off.
Well, why does it
You're
say
in like
waiting?
a weird broken state right now, but it killed your modem.
It killed my modem. So what do I need to do? Restart my Saturn?
At this point, I don't know what the heck's going on.
Just
Pat,
restart it.
Pat, just reboot.
Yeah.
Why do I have to reboot?
Well, if he's rebooting, you might as well get everything fresh.
I guess.
Swear, I just wish everything worked with soft reset. I hate having to like move everything so I can reboot my console. Okay, dark days. We're still in the
infancy.
Yeah, I wonder because you're using the development drivers. They don't have the reset routine in those.
All right, we're doing Sega Rally XBand, right?
No.
Oh, oops. Well,
We're doing Daytona.
well, that's probably why I wasn't dialing.
Yeah, okay. Oh, were you seriously playing Sega Rally?
Yeah, no, there's too many people talking. I couldn't concentrate. I thought you said they were doing that one.
Okay. Well, folks were asking for Daytona, so that's my
okay.
That's the vomit game. That's the one that makes me nauseated. So
yeah, you might want to censor my thing again.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. So many IP addresses. Those are all old though, folks. So good luck.
While you guys are waiting for the match to load up, though, going back to playing, NetLink in the mid '90s, you got to think too. Like there were less than 2 million Saturns sold in the U.S. So if you even got a modem, let's say you bought it and you had the internet,
tell me when you want me to
finding
wait,
somebody
Pat.
else that had a system set and that you knew to play against was probably going to be really difficult too.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it even if I want, like, I was a Saturn fan, but I was a kid with no real job, just like doing at first odd jobs to try to fund and renting, or I should say checking out games from the public library and stuff like that. And on the odd occasion, like renting a game from Blockbuster. So it's like I was definitely on a budget and I couldn't afford something like NetLink anyway, even if I wanted to.
I'm ready to dial.
Okay, so hold on. I will go yes, register, let the games begin. Hold on. Okay, waiting for a call. Go ahead. Hit me. So yeah, it's like I was trying to think of the timeline. I put all this in a spreadsheet so I could keep track of it, but I think I was a sophomore, essentially either a freshman or a sophomore in high school. It was like right before I got like a part-time job. Yeah, 1997. So freshman actually. Okay, so and then yeah, I shortly did after that get a job at Sears behind like the watch counter, which I was really jealous. My girlfriend also worked at Sears, but she worked up in like the kids clothing department, and that's where they had like the Dreamcast stuff. They had all the video at Sears. They didn't really have like a true video game department. I'm still waiting for this call, Pat, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe we have to reset our Dream Pies, but it hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, it's just saying dialing right now.
Right. So who knows? We'll see. But yeah, like I worked downstairs and I had to like sell watches, and she was upstairs like folding clothes and stuff in the kids department, and I'd go up there to basically play Dreamcast because they had like this nice little corner of the kids section of Sears where they just had like a huge Dreamcast display and all the games and stuff like that.
To you.
Yeah, okay, so we have to like reboot our consoles and our Dream Pies. Fun.
No worries.
This might be just like
it might be time.
Stand. It might be time, but you want to try? You want to try? Okay,
Fun.
we'll give it a try.
We're doing Japanese Daytona or USA Daytona? I actually probably should have asked that.
Japanese.
Okay, I figured we were doing the Japanese Daytona.
Yeah, I think because I was in, I think, like 4th and 5th grade around the time when we got our Saturn. And the only places I remember seeing games as a kid were
just waiting for the 2 lights on the Dream Pie, but it's good. We're good now. So, give this a shot again.
Yeah, so David, like what you were talking about, like where you remember seeing Saturn stuff, like as when it was out and available. Like I said, I was in like 4th grade, I think, at the time, and we lived out by Chicago. I only remember ever seeing it in Toys R Us and the mall stores like Electronics Boutique. I never saw it at Walmart or any place like that.
That's funny. Yeah, because like I don't even think I saw it. Oh yeah, no, I did see it at Toys R Us. And I saw it at Walden Software, and I saw it at Electronics Boutique, albeit in like very meager quantities. You know, they certainly didn't treat it equally.
So I remember as a kid, like I saw Sonic Jam and Sonic R at like Electronics Boutique and really wanted to get them. And like being like a 4th grader, like I have no money.
Right.
And I remember like the thing would always frustrate me was my older brother and my dad were the ones who, like, my dad was the one who got the Saturn because he wanted it just to play Daytona. So like my dad and my brother were the ones who would always get the games. They were always getting like games they wanted to play with. So like we were getting like, oh, we got Madden 97. Oh, we got VR Golf. Like things like that. So I remember as a kid, like I saw, like I really wanted them, and my brother like was like, "No, we're getting Madden instead."
Okay, I'm just booting up the game.
I was so mad, and I remember like that year at Christmas, my mom got them for me for Christmas. I was so happy.
Nice.
So it's like I still have my copy of Sonic Jam and Sonic R that I got for Christmas that year.
Dang. No, I didn't get my Saturn until way later. I wish I got one early. I was more of a Dreamcast kid.
Okay, go ahead, dial me. Dial me.
Good.
I lived in a pretty rural town, but the Target, the only like department store that we had, and the Kmart did have Saturn's gear. It just, like you said, Dave, it was in very low quantities. And they never changed the price on them. So, you know, it's like, okay, like $60 for this game that's been sitting there for 10 months.
There's another thing that you have to consider. And this is also like, a lot of us were really young, right? When the Saturn came out, when it was like really out. And it could have been there and we just didn't notice it. You know what I mean? There's that thing too. Because like I didn't notice the Saturn, like it was always there. And subsequently I realized that it was there in my peripheral vision, but I just didn't care. Because like I had eyes for Nintendo, you know? We were just so like, oh God. Well, I didn't know it was going to show up on there too.
Docs time.
I'm just getting a new lease after this. I'll like be like, give me a new IP lease. But anyway, so yeah, it was like I just didn't know. Like I didn't until Knights came out, and that caught my attention. And then it was like I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, Sega Saturn. Okay, so like this is the console that does Daytona and Knights, you know, and that's the console I really want to pursue. But like,
it's like
so many people would kind of like guide you away from the Saturn in the first place, and as a kid, it's just like you just okay.
There's that too. I think it really depended on where you lived.
True.
So like what part of the United States you were in, it was radically different about.
Just
how
do slow car off, slow car boost off.
Oh,
yeah.
Like I do remember, like, Dave, this is probably like one I remember more because I was more in the age group that would be watching this. But I remember like watching Nickelodeon where they had all those like game shows that they did in like the mid '90s. I do remember seeing like Saturns being given away for prizes a lot.
Oh yeah,
was pretty sick.
Now whether anyone actually won those prizes, I don't know. But I remember that was always like they were constantly being advertised. So I do remember that.
Okay, that was weird.
Oh my God, this is controlling.
It had me
so
going.
Weird.
Oh crap. No wonder why it was beat accelerate.
Okay, what this is just.
Yeah, I mean weird.
This is not my Daytona.
That was weird. Oh, I was hitting the brake. I was like, why am I slowing to a crawl?
Oh my God, this controls like shit.
Well, if it makes you feeling better, you have a big lead because I accidentally hit the brake instead of the gas pressure.
I'm in analog mode and I'm using the shoulder triggers to accelerate. But like, oh my God, it's just so bad.
Pretend you're playing Sega Rally instead.
I can't even do that.
Better.
I can't even do Sega. No, it's literally like I'm steering in like little increments. Like I'm just like.
Oh yeah.
Good luck. Good luck trying to power slide, right, Dave?
No, you can't power slide. Like all the defenders of this game, like what are you on?
Like it's
drugs.
In my opinion, it's not a bad racing game, but don't go into it expecting Daytona.
Please don't call this Daytona. Like this is not arcade Daytona. Look, I'm doing some kind of power slide because I hit the grass. No, but I mean it's like all janky and jerky and yeah, sure. Like the original one has a low frame rate and pop in, but it doesn't jerk around like this, and it doesn't have like slowdown. Like it stays at a nice consistent.
Like the one thing that like I noticed on it, and it may just be a thing that I don't remember if the original port had this issue with it or not, but like there's just an odd sensation where it's like they keep the car fixed in a specific position on the screen, and then everything else moves around it. So it feels almost like the car's not moving. Everything else is moving around
Pat.
it.
I accidentally pitted Pat, so this is your chance to like.
Oh wow, we got a little destruction derby action going on.
Yeah, we just hit each other.
Yeah, no, now Pat. Okay, this pit is gonna just totally be the end of me, because here he goes. All right, let's go. I did not mean to pit, but I got hit. You know, I'm so sorry. Like, there are some like really staunch defenders
who
love this game.
This actually does control kind of shit.
And I'm sorry, like it's just I'm so good at arcade Daytona. Like I'm so good at the vanilla Daytona, and it just feels so good. Like the arcade drifting feels so good. This literally feels like who taught you how to drive?
So what you need to do, Dave, is you need to pay all of us in like the Sega Extreme channel to reverse engineer and decompile the original Daytona and fix the frame rate.
And fix the frame rate and then make it online.
Good edition.
Yeah.
Daytona good edition.
The white flag is out. Oh, Pat is literally like killing me here. What the hell?
Well, Pat, I'm gonna lose anyways. Yeah. Why am I not shifting up? Can the car shift up? Thank you.
Because you chose manual instead of automatic?
No, auto. I did auto.
Oh, well then you shouldn't have to shift.
I know, but it's like having me like on red line on like the track. It's like really weird.
So Dave, do you have the Saturn wheel?
I do, but I only use it for like Formula carts.
I want your opinion on it. What is your opinion on how well that actually feels and controls in like Sega Rally and stuff like this?
Terrible. We did it. We did it in person. We did it in person we thought it would be great. Like for the Saturn Lounge, we were like, this will be awesome, you know, show folks what's possible and everything like that. And we did it. Everybody,
I tried it and I can't do it.
We had and here's the thing. We had Tizen Link, okay? So we had CCE with the Saturn wheels via Tizen Link. So you can't say that the game was glitchy or slow or anything like, right? And everybody came in and was just kind of like would touch the wheel for a little while and be like, oh, that's interesting, and then they would keep walking because it was just like, so difficult.
It's almost like it's too sensitive.
It is. It absolutely
is.
is.
Apparently it just works really well with the hang-on though, right?
I don't know. I haven't tried that one.
Oh, I
tried it with Outrun once, and that wasn't bad.
Joe says that the wheel works really great with hang-on. Yes, because hang-on is designed to work with the wheel. If you use the 3D control pad with hang-on, you have to do that thing where you hold it all the way to the top and then like kind of slide it to the left and right.
Right, like what you have to do with Daytona. But even the original Daytona port feels jank with it.
Yeah. Now, I swear by Formula Carts, a PAL-only game. I swear by Formula Carts with the steering wheel. Try it out if you have a steering wheel. Play Formula Carts in first person, you know, with just the steering wheel view, and you will see what I mean. It for some reason, I don't know, either they did a very good job programming it to work with the wheel, or it's just that you have that like low center of gravity and you're in first person. It works really well, and I highly recommend it. It's a reason to own the wheel if you have it, like, and a reason not to get rid of it. Because if you like kart racing, It's really good.
Kamal says it works great with F1 Live as well.
Okay, haven't tried that, so maybe it does. Then again, you know, there are people in our community who are able to use the wheel with I don't want to pit. There are people in our community who are able to use the wheel with other games and that I can't. So, I mean, are you guys seeing this, how my car is steering? Like, that is just not normal.
Okay, so this isn't supposed to control like absolute dog shit then, right?
Well, no game should. And if I got a game like this back in the day, I would return it. I'd be like, this sucks. I can't play this. Truth be told, though, okay, I'm switching over to digital. I can't stand this anymore. Okay, come on. How do I?
No, I'm not all right. I flipped my car 3 times.
How do I accelerate?
Not all right.
How the hell do I accelerate? I switched over to digital and I got nothing. That's gonna win because I can't.
Maybe you might have zapped it by this one not being able to switch over.
There was no acceleration, so I had to go back to analog. Anyway, but yeah, so so like CE offline is better than this. I will say some of what we're seeing here is probably because of the sync, you know, sync desync or whatever. But still, I mean, like, I'll play Daytona for you guys sometime and show you how much fun that game is. Like, it's the original is so good.
In the original Daytona, you can drift the horse.
Oh, you can drift the horse, and it's so smooth. You know, it's so smooth. You don't have any of this jerky stuff going on. Like with the car.
I remember there was one time I was playing that one time. Just me and a bunch of friends were having like a game night, and I was just playing that. And while they were playing something else, the one guy just looks like, did you just make the horse drift?
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
Now, like, what I will say about this one is I do like the new tracks they added. I do like the design
and
to
the
them.
trackside detail. The trackside detail is great. Like, that's the thing this game has so much going for it, and then they just
the handling's just not right.
It's like, why did they do that? Why did they decide to like throw out what made that game so good?
I think part of it was just like they were just taking the Sega Rally engine and trying to add different tracks to it.
But this doesn't even feel like Sega Rally.
I know, but it seems like then they tried to make it work, but they just couldn't get it right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's almost like they were making some other racing game, and then these aren't the tracks that it should have had.
Oh, damn it, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Destruction Derby with Pat right now. I'm coming for you, Pat.
You mean Dobby?
Destruction Dobby.
Like, the thing that really just jumps out at me with this is where it's like, I don't get this sensation as much with Sega Rally or the original Daytona Port or even Touring Car. And that's it.
God.
If you just look at the car as you're driving, it's fixed in a fixed position in the screen. And like the rest of the track looks like that's what's moving. And it almost causes this weird disconnect.
Yeah, maybe that's what gives me motion sickness. I don't know.
And it's like, I don't know if that's part of why it just feels so weird with how it controls because of how they're doing that. Like, it doesn't feel like the car is naturally moving through the turn when you go to turn.
But I have to say, Dave drives this. What did Malenko say? Chrono, you're sleeping on the job.
Dave drives this game the way I drive touring car is what Malenko was saying.
I'm doing the best that I can, literally, right now.
I'm just doing the best I usually can.
Would you believe that I'm good at racing games? Like, I'm doing the best. This game is so ham-fisted. Like, this game makes an idiot out of me. And I don't know how people can play this.
Yeah, the steering on this is kind of ass.
It's an abomination.
No, don't pit. Oh, gosh. Well, I guess I'm pitting.
Did you pit?
You know what? Akmal says they can play both. I'm wondering if Akmal can ever stream, we could see, like, what excellent.
Well, Double Dime plays this game, and he plays it good. And I don't know. The thing is, he's an apologist for this game, but he always says, "Oh, you have to like set up your controller just so, and you have to like, have to map certain things to certain buttons to get." And I'm like, it shouldn't be like that out the box. Like, you should be able to just play and enjoy this game without having to. To
be fair, Dave, you give the same explanation with Touring Car.
Okay, but like touring car, we've all figured out how to.
I know. I'm just saying.
No. You're right. No,
You,
okay, yes. The old SaturnDave told you had to like tweak your car settings and stuff like that. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do. In fact, I highly recommend you don't listen to that guy from years ago. You don't use those tuning car settings. I highly recommend you don't try to force the cars to behave like Daytona or Sega Rally. No, actually, we just got good. We played the game for like a solid week, and we figured out how we just got used to the driving mechanic, and it's really good.
Yeah, Sega touring car, I was usually pretty decent with the default cars. The thing that just like what really just hurts that game with playing is just the erratic frame rate. It makes it hard to judge where you need to brake at times.
Mm-hmm. But I can learn how to play this game, but I can't learn how to enjoy this game.
Well, Dave, you also can't learn how to not get motion sickness from it either. So that's probably problematic too, right? I mean,
if you
hardly.
I was say, did you want to call it here? Or do you want to do one more?
We should. It's 11 o'clock, and I need to get Jeannie dressed, and I need to get her up north to that little Easter egg hunt thing.
Yeah, if it's not canceled, of course.
Well, we might just do it inside, you know. It's a rainy day. Spend it indoors, you know.
Dan's never gotten nauseous from playing CCE, but I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's mind is.
I don't get nauseous from stuff like that. Like I never get motion sickness. I can't.
I can't wait for the. I kind of can't wait for the. What is it? Our carts to arrive. No.
The Saru carts.
The Saru. Pat and I both got some a Saru cart that we're gonna.
Are you Saru?
I'm not. I could be. I might end up being Saru about it, but we got some Saru carts. We're gonna test them out. From what I have seen, footage from folks who have like demonstrated it, it's like firing up an arcade board. It's like a CPS2. Like you boot up a game and you're boom. Like it's lightning fast. It's lightning fast. Anthony said that. That cart port, as far as bandwidth goes, I know that it can address like 48 megabytes of memory or something like that.
Yeah, so that's what's reserved for it.
And it's super fast. So like it puts Satiator to shame in terms of Satiator is just like locked to the CD block speed. So Satiator performs like you had a brand new pristine CD-ROM drive basically, but that's as fast. There's that like theoretical cap on it, whereas like with Saru it's just like forget loading. There is no loading. It's just you click a game and boom, you're into it. So that I'm excited for.
What I can see with it is there's probably going to be, I can see there being some compatibility issues with that. There's certain games expecting something to come at a specific speed.
Absolutely, I'm sure that's where I think a lot of that's going to be where a lot of like the bug fixing and trial and error is going to be. So I'm definitely and I'm gonna try out several games and see how they perform. And I know Pat's going to do the same thing, probably with different games. But that's good though. You know, like we should try as much stuff as we can. You know, I'll try the racing games and he'll try like the Saki Tasty games.
The good games.
The good games. The Pink Weeby games. I mean, I like some Pink Weeby games.
What did I say?
The good ones. What did I say? I love you, Pat.
Kamal and everyone that joined us today, thanks for taking the time out to enjoy some Saturn with us. And I'm hopeful that Pat and Dave can set aside, you know, some random Saturn days to do this again in the future.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool. It would be cool. I'd be down.
Maybe not 8 in the morning, but
it's like so. You know, Saturday is my chore day. You know, and that's usually the day that my wife and I get everything done. And so we have our like routines. We all thrive on routine. You know, so usually if I have some time, it usually is Sunday, to be honest with you. But because they're gone, and because I've already like done all the laundry and dishes and stuff, there haven't been much because it's just been me and my daughter. It's like this is more possible, but yeah. So I don't know if Saturdays are gonna work for me in the future, but if they do, I'll let you know. But all I can say is gaming, doing this kind of stuff when you have kids is a lot harder. But I'll do everything I can to try to make it work when I can. I appreciate
the trick
you.
Is to not have kids.
The trick is it's kind of like pros and cons. You have to weigh the cost of it, but I don't know. I love it. I will say
think it might be more fulfilling, maybe.
But I want to say thanks to thanks to Chrono for joining us and kind of moderating and helping, because there's no way I could be reading the comments and doing this stuff at the same time. Maybe next time Pat and I will play some fun like Bomberman or something. We could do that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Simulator. I'm gonna
Ted Kaczynski Simulator. Thanks for joining us, Akmal, and for the recommendations. I'm sorry I don't like CE.
Neil from the UK. Everybody and from other countries that are either late at night or way early in the morning.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Agnostic X. Who else was here? Michael Off Grid. Yeah, we kind of mentioned everybody here and there as they were here.
Appreciate Michael on Grid, to be honest.
Appreciate Trekkies for joining us and providing all of that insight on little things, little nuggets of Saturn knowledge. I always love that.
Dropping those little Saturn nuggets from the butt, little butt Saturn nuggets.
And Dan Trax is here too.
I will not take offense to that.
But until next time, so be looking out for Pat and I have a.
No, I do. I love Trekkies. It's
so
awesome.
Pat and I are recording with Mel on the 20th of this month. So there will be another Sega Lord X collab coming down the pipe for Editor's Corner. I want to get I definitely want to get Trekkies on the hook in April with Eric Amarez to talk about video compression in the 90s and how it relates to Saturn and all that. So those are two things that and then I'm also going to try to do.
Trekkies, I want you to fight him hard. I want you to like go and fist fight him.
I mean, I'm just gonna be like, lol. I'm just a guy who read the manual.
Literally. No, he's not that. But he's not that kind of dude. Like, he's just such a nice dude. I don't ever see that happening. But I do think it'll be interesting having you guys kind of bounce stuff off of each other and see where the conversation goes. Because I really want to get into like the niche stuff, talking about like radius as a comment, talking about true motion. Like, I don't know, maybe diving into it even more than what we did.
I just want a developer and homebrew in the same room. That's been my dream podcast.
Yeah. The new school homebrew developer who's like literally tapped Saturn video compression and all that it has to offer, and then dude from back in the day. You just read the manual.
I read the manual. That's all I did. I read the manual
for 5 years. Trekkies, you've read the manuals for 5 years. Like,
I read the manual and did what it said.
If I read the manual right now, I still couldn't put out what you just did in the video competition.
Half of good as you did
in the competition. Like that. That's time invested, is what that is. That's time.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, like, comparing like the Cinepack encoder to the True Motion encoder. The Cinepack encoder is really kind of like cruise control when you know like what settings to do. It's just like, okay, set the bit rate high, set my frame rate at this, and set my keyframe interval at this. Okay, we're good.
Right.
Whereas like True Motion, it's like I have 50 bajillion dials, and it's just you sit there like just playing until you get something right. And that's like that. If there's like one like thing I would basically say is like my one complaint about the True Motion encoder, it's that.
Right. And I mean, what they didn't have that we do have is like the benefit of time and no deadlines, right? It's like, so we have all that, that it's the dream scenario really that homebrew devs have nowadays, is just no hard deadline. They can continue to prod the system and see what they can get working. And there's really nobody saying, you have to have, I mean, aside from like the game competition, there's kind of a deadline right there, having to crank stuff out in time for that. But aside from that, you guys pretty much have like, I mean, it's 30 years old at this point, so it's all time, But yeah, so I do have to wrap this up. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's been SaturnDave and TraynoCo on a SaturnDay, giving you Netlink live NetPlay via
Netlink. Love.
I think Joe is calling it the NetBand tunnel. So that's kind of what it is. So get your Saturn online, go to SegaSaturnShiro.com and click the NetPlay link or tab or whatever, and there's a complete guide that'll get your Saturn online if you have a couple pieces of hardware. Obviously, what you just saw was all 100% real hardware.
All native hardware,
no emulation,
no pillows.
No. Well, there's the pillow here, but anyway, so it's all real hardware, real modems, dialing each other up and tunneling it through the internet. So crazy times we're living in. But until next time,
y'all.
Happy Easter. We're reminding you to go play your Sega Saturns, and until next, we'll catch you later. See ya.
Wrong hand. There we go.